All right. How y'all doing tonight out there in YouTube land? We got a triple threat for you coming at you tonight. You got three LAs coming at you. You got Johnny LA gonna be on the show, and your humble guest myself, OW. I'm from LA, and we got Big Boss in the building. He paid the cost to be the boss, and
That's
he's
right.
about
That's right.
to. He's gonna share his experiences with us out of the country in Dominican Republic. He's an avid traveler. Y'all may know him. He's been on Rich Show several occasions. Very entertaining, very controversial as well. No. So, Big Boss, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people on the panel that may or may not know you and the fellas in the chat.
Thank you. Yo, 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 yo. This is Big Boss from Oakland, California in the building. Yo, thank you for having me on OW. Yeah, so most of you guys know me, Big Boss, Oakland, California. I've been traveling for just a short time, only for the last about 2 years since 2018. And in 2018, I didn't hit about 4 or 5 countries. And the main country that I really hit is the DR. Just got back from the DR last week, my fourth trip. But outside of that, I did Brazil, I did Thailand, I did Colombia, of course, Mexico. So, yeah, so I'll be getting it in. But again, thank you for having me on the show, OW.
Oh man, I appreciate you being here, man. I mean, a lot of travelers, people that come to the channel, they may be new travelers, they may be veteran travelers or whatnot, but we all like to hear about other folks' experiences that maybe can help us out in our travels in the future, which is always a plus. It's like reach one, teach one. It's always a good thing.
Right.
Me myself personally, those that may or not be new to the channel or may not know me, I'm a pretty much new traveler myself. I started traveling back in 2019, and for me, mostly my travels have been to Colombia and Brazil. Those are the two places that have a deep place in my heart. I love to go there every other chance that I do get. So it's definitely something that's near and dear to me. But enough about me. We're gonna talk about what Big Boss did on his travels this time to DR. Since he's an avid traveler there, he has a lot more experience than what I do. And we're basically here tonight. We're going to see about where he went, how he enjoyed it, and what would he advise for you to do as a new traveler, a person that may have been going there a lot and maybe just haven't turned over every rock. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he's here for. So, Big Boss, where did you start your flight in? Where'd you land at? How was your flight coming in? What airport? All that good stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, as you know, I'm from Oakland, California. And so Oakland does have our own airport, but normally I go across the water to San Francisco and I do the San Francisco International. It's a bigger airport. Um, so I flew out of San Francisco and for the DR trip, the way they do it, San Francisco to Miami, Florida, Miami, short layover, and then from Florida, Miami, right into DR. And so in the DR, depending on how you're trying to tackle that island, if you're trying to do Sosua, the north coast, Sosua, Puerto Plata, you come into the POP airport. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
If you're trying to come in through the midway, do Santiago, you come in through the Santiago airport, STI. Or if you're trying to do the southern part of the island and hit the capital city, Santo Domingo, you come into Santo Domingo. So this is my fourth trip, but it's my first time I did Santo Domingo, the capital city. My other three trips was all, of course, Sosua. Um,
Sasua.
so yeah, you know,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
everybody get on me the way I say it, man. I say it, man. I say Sasua. I know
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Sasua. I know it's Sasua, but yeah. So like trip number three, the one before this one, actually my last two, matter of fact. So I want to say two and three. Two and three, I actually came in through Santiago. I
Okay.
came in through the middle, Santiago, and then catch the private taxi from Santiago up to Sasua. Um,
Can I ask you one
time
quick
number,
question about that? I don't mean to cut you off.
yes, sir. No, it's all
Is
good.
For those who may not know, Santiago and Santo Domingo, is there a price differential that you encountered for as flying into those different ports, or is it all the same? Because some people say they go to POP, some go to Santo Domingo, some go to Santiago. Is there a sticker shock, so to speak, that she'd be aware of?
Yeah, so a lot of the experienced travelers know this. Matter of fact, we gripe about it all the time. But pro tip for new travelers thinking about the DR, yes, there pretty much always is going to be a premium ticket. When you want to fly into POP near Puerto Plata to Sosua, it's going to be more. It's only going to be $100, $200, $300 more.
God
Same
damn.
exact same exact flight. Just because you want to come in through POP close to Sosua, it's going to be more. So to make that ticket go down, basically you almost have to pass POP and go to midway point Santiago. Santiago is the midway point. And then if you get to Santiago, I know it sounds crazy, right? But get to Santiago and then catch a personal private taxi or a bus, the public bus, which is cheap, from Santiago, and then go back up to Sosua. You can save yourself at least $100, if not $200. Now, for the price to go down even further, go all the way to the bottom of the island to the capital city, Santo Domingo. That ticket can drop like $300. So that's what I finally did on my fourth trip. I didn't do it before. What I would do so on my first trip, I did what everybody do. I came in through the regular POP. Because when you come into POP, you're going to be closer to Sosua. So it's almost like a luxury tax, like a convenience tax. So if you want to come in through POP, it's going to be more. Because you come to POP, you're 15, 20 minutes away from the fuckery. You're right down the street. You're right down the street.
We all love the fuckery.
We all love the fuckery.
Yeah,
you fly into POP, you're right there. So if you go further down, if you go into Santiago, now you have to basically catch a bus or a taxi back to Sosua. But it could be worth it. It could be worth it because it could save you $100 or $200 just from doing that. And so private taxis, the price of everything is going up. So I remember I did it like 2 times from Santiago to Sosua. It was about $50, $60, right? $50, $60. And mind you, we're talking about a 2-hour ride. But also, yeah, about 2 hours. But now that's the midway point. Now follow me now. But if you want the ticket to go down further, then go all the way to the capital city of Santo Domingo. You fly all the way to Santo Domingo, that price, that ticket could be half. The ticket could literally drop by half everything is a check and balance. You got to go all the way to the south, and then catch me too. If you're going to be that far, if you're going to be in Santo Domingo, you might as well kick it there for a few days. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Santiago, not to confuse people, right? All these efforts. Santiago, the halfway point, it can make sense to get off the airport of Santiago, catch a private taxi, 2 hours, and go right to Sosua. If you go all the way down to Santo Domingo, you might not want to turn around and just take a 4 or 5 hours up to Sosua. You might as well see. Oh yeah, easy. Oh, you got a trip. So I was telling somebody, you are literally crossing. If you look at the map, and I did, you are literally crossing that country. Now, mind you, Sosua is an island, right? So it's a country, but it's not that big of a country. I mean, their country is almost the size of one of our states. So, but you're literally crossing the whole country. So in one way, you're going cross country in 5 hours. You know how long it would take you to go cross country of America? To go from from coast to coast, from California to New York or Florida, driving?
Yeah, it's like about some weeks, like a week or so.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So on one hand, so when you put it in perspective, you're literally going across the country, which is the island. So you go all the way to the south, all the way to Santo Domingo, then you have to turn around and drive all the way back up north. So a lot of people don't feel like all that kind of extra rigmarole. But I'll tell you like this. Just a quick example before we move on. From San Francisco to Puerto Plata, I can get a ticket depending on the season, right? Depending on the season, high season, low season, depending if I get it in advance. Always when you buy a ticket in advance, like months in advance, the price would normally be lower. If you wait to the last minute, the price will be higher. So if you buy it in advance, months and months, from San Francisco to Sasua, an average ticket for me is $600. That same flight, $600, San Francisco to POP, Sasua.
Yeah.
If I wanted to go to Santo Domingo, $300, half.
So we talking
So
about
a
50% pay drop.
$600 ticket can go drop. So matter of fact, so it's funny, interest real fast before we move on, real fast. I did
Do you
it
think? What do you
today.
think?
I did it today. Matter of fact, so I told you just got back from the DR last week. I did a 2-week trip. I went July 18th, the end of July, July 18th to July 31st, whatnot. That ticket was less than $300. It was $287 from
Oh,
here to
tickets dirt
San,
cheap.
here to Santo Domingo, the capital city, the South. From here to Santo Domingo, $287, $300. Never had it that cheap. Today, I'm looking up flights, right? And I go to the same travel agency or in the same website.
Right.
I just put in POP. Again, the one closest to Sasua.
Right.
What I just had paid for $287, it was $593. Almost
Damn.
$600.
So
Almost
you look.
almost
So basically, they doubled the price on you in a matter of
that, that,
days.
yeah. Well, yeah. Well, not so much. No, not so much a matter of days per se. It's because because the city. So again, the San Francisco to Santo Domingo is $297. San Francisco to Sasua for POP $590 something. So that's what makes it more. Flying close to Sasua to POP is what makes it more. So
So
again, if you want to save a if you want to if, most of us go to DR for Sasua.
for
Sasua
fuckery.
is yeah for fuckery. Sasua is that small lazy beach town,
Right.
the beach town on the north coast on the outskirts of Puerto Plata. So we go to DR for Sasua. But again, DR is more than Sasua, right? DR is the capital city of Santo Domingo. DR is a beautiful city of Santiago. DR is a beautiful beach city on the outskirts of the capital, Boca Chica, which is real nice. And we can get into Boca Chica. I mean, you got your La Vega, you got your San Cristobal. So the DR is a beautiful country. It's a beautiful island. Um, as I keep going back, I want to hit more and more cities, but the undisputed king for the fuckery is Sasua. So no matter how you do your DR trip, a lot of people want to make sure they touch Sasua some kind of way. But Sasua is not for the faint of heart because Sasua is
I've
in your
heard.
face.
I've
It's
heard.
in your face. So sometimes it's so in your face. Some people might not want that. They might want something like mid level. Because if you go to Sasua, straight turn up, straight turn up. And so sometimes, let's keep it real. You don't need turn up every trip, right?
Right.
Sometimes you might want a smooth, cool vibe. So then you can kind of chill in a Boca Chica or Santiago or
Right.
Santo Domingo. But if you go to Sasua, Sasua is like Vegas times whatever.
Like
Sasua is
on
lit.
steroids. Like Vegas on
Yeah,
steroids. Pretty much.
yeah. Pretty much. Now, of course, and that's saying something because, again, no disrespect, but third world country, small island, whatever. It doesn't have all the casino. It has a big casino or two. It has clubs, a few clubs or two, a whole lot of bars. It doesn't have the lights and the glamour and the glitter, but
Right.
what it got in spades. It got available talent, mangoes, if you know what I mean.
Oh
And
yeah, we
and
know
we
what
just
you mean. We know
yeah,
what
we
you
get it
mean.
in. Yeah.
Fresh off the
So
tree, though.
fresh off the tree. So it might not have all the big giant businesses and the bright lights and all that kind of stuff, but
Right.
it got what it needs to have. So when you go to Sasua, you're going there to knock them down, to knock them back, to hook up.
Oh my
And
goodness.
so Sasua ain't no joke.
That's what's up. So when you got to Santo Domingo, where did you start your trip at? Like you flew into the capital city. Did you stay in the capital city? Did you move around? What are some differences, some challenges that you may have faced going into Santo Domingo for the first time? Was this your first time in Santo Domingo?
Yeah, it was my first time. Like I say,
Okay.
on my fourth trip, it was my first time in Santo Domingo because my other three trips were all the North Coast, Sosua. Even though I did come into Santiago on trip 2 and 3, but I still went to Sosua. But I never went all the way down to the capital, Santo Domingo, till this time. So I kind of wanted to do it. I thought I was ready.
Oh, the boss? He thought he was ready.
I thought I was
He was
ready.
ready, man.
Hey, I pre-game my ass off, man. I had over 30 joints pre-game.
What?
I had all kind of information. I had brothers from different groups, side messages, whatever, just feeding me intel, giving me places, giving me numbers and contacts. A lot of that shit went out the window. But you know what? I don't want to hate on it too much because what afterwards, you know, when I'm doing the after report, what was starting to become apparent is, and we're going to talk about this too, general for the whole island, the COVID restrictions, the curfew, the curfews, and the things like that, because the coronavirus really killed a lot of game. It killed a lot of game because already, as we know, the clubs and the bars was not open, so it really wasn't no nightlife to begin. There was no nightlife, no clubs, no bars. The only thing that were open were restaurants, like food, you know, because it's essential, right? So you know, it's funny. You have some bars who normally don't serve food. It's same thing in the States. Now all of a sudden they might serve like some wings or some fries so they can have food, because food is essential. But if it's straight liquor, if it's only liquor and beer and all that, then it's not essential. So a lot of the clubs, a lot of the discos, a lot of those type of places, unfortunately, were closed. They were shut down. So the only thing you really do have is you have places to go eat. You have places to eat, and then that leaves straight street meat. That leaves straight street talent. And
So
unfortunately,
let
well,
me
yeah,
ask you
yeah.
a quick question, because the brothers really need to know how to move around out here. I mean, you have an imposing curfew. Now, this is the latest number that I've gotten as far as the curfew goes. 5 p.m. on the weekend, you better have your ass inside or walk into the motherfucking house. 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. So if you're a first timer going to DR, you're trying to get out the country, you've been, stuck in this motherfucker, and you're like, man, look, I'm finally, this curfew is over. I mean, I'm sorry. This quarantine is over in the States. They letting me up out of here. The only place I can really go right now is the Dominican Republic. And when I get there, I better have my ass in at 7 o'clock. What advice would you give to somebody like, hey, it's a curfew there? I mean, how do you move around? How you get access to the mangoes? How you get the mangoes in and out? Are they gonna run the prices up or down? How do you negotiate? I mean, what do you do in this situation, big boss?
Well, that's a very good question. That's $1 million question. So the key to that, the key to working around the curfew is taxis. Taxis. Believe it or not, taxis are exempt. Now we're talking about real taxis. We're not talking about the Moto Concho guys or those kind of guys. We're talking about the actual taxis, normally the minivans, and then we're not even talking about the personal taxi guys with like using their own cars on like Uber style, but
Right.
normally the minivan, the one that's like a straight up minivan and has a taxi sign on top. They have a piece of paper from the government saying they're essential, and they can move. They can slide and move all night.
Oh
So that's how
snap!
you do it. So you yourself, you can ride in a taxi, and you can order mangoes through the taxi. I've done that.
Oh,
I've done that.
okay,
That's how you do it. It has to be
okay.
taxi. But with that being said, still with a 7 o'clock curfew during the week, and worse, a 5 p.m. So that's a trip on the weekend is actually earlier.
The fucking
It's
sun's
seven.
still up. It's hot outside. You
Right.
gotta be.
Yeah. In a tropical environment. You
Yo,
on the beach. You're on the beach in a tropical environment, and you trying to leave to get to wherever you got to be by 4 o'clock because you have to be in by 5.
right.
Um, that being said, you don't want to waste too much time. So now them early hours are precious. You I'm a lazy monger, man. I like to lay up in my hotel or my Airbnb, and I come out my cave like a bear. Come out my cave to stretch and yawn and eat.
Oh,
Man,
grizzly.
yeah. This, this even prompted me to kind of wake my game up. You can't just come out when you want to. You better be out there. You ain't got to be out there 8 o'clock in the morning, but you better be out there 9, 10, 11 before noon, networking, politicking. Hola, hola, ¿cómo está? How you doing? Hey, mommy. Hey, what's up? What's up? You better be out there just exchanging numbers. 11, 12 noon, 1, 2, 3 o'clock p.m. out there exchanging numbers, networking and politicking. Then when you get back to the Western End, when you get back to your homestead, go through the playlist. Go through. Hey, I met you earlier. Ooh, I met you at the beach. I met you at Roombas. I met you out and about. Yeah, this is me. This is Big Boss. This is Grand Jefe.
Right.
I want some company. So what you got to do, so the way you work around it, you really have to put that work in before curfew.
Right.
Get your butt out there, mingle, get out and about, go to some places, go to the beach, go to Roombas, see some places and interact and mingle and network and politic, get phone numbers, get contacts on the WhatsApp. Right. Then when you make it back in, hit them up and then just have them slide through a taxi. Like Uber Eats, Uber Mangoes. Have them come through.
That's how you do it. Mangoes,
Uber Mangoes. Yeah, just have them come through. You really have to utilize the taxi. Now, a lot of times too, like what you're going to want to do, because you're down there limited days, whether a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Even though you're out there politicking and networking, you still might want to bring 1 or 2 back and get 1 or 2 sessions in even before the curfew, because 50-50, if you can't get nothing. So this whole thing, if you don't get nothing squared away, you can go a whole night without nothing.
Does it?
But yeah, you can. I mean, but because it's a curfew. Man. Because they don't play with that curfew. At that curfew out there, what they do, what that country do, they catch you out there, they'll lock you up. You go to jail. Now it's like some temporary shit, but you will go to jail for 1 night. They'll take you off the street. You go to jail and they let you out first thing in the morning. It's that serious. So you don't want to fucking play with it. It's not that serious. You don't want to. Well, I mean, it is serious. So it's not that serious for you to go to jail because they take it serious. So if you're caught out there doing curfew, if you're caught out there, you go to jail. You go to jail. You go to jail for the remainder of that night. Whenever they catch you, you in jail from then until the next morning. So
take into consideration that we're gringos. We probably gonna
exactly.
We yes. To get out there, motherfucker. We just ain't gonna.
Yeah. So you know what? So even as I said that, I was going to put the asterisk on it because I'm racking my brain to see if that actually happened to a traveler, especially an American gringo. Would they be that strict? Would they really push the line of taking an American gringo traveler to jail because they catch them out and about? More than likely, they will forcefully ensure you get to your dwelling. That's most likely what they would do before they just outright just cuff you and take you away. They be like, my friend, you know the curfew, you know, we take people to jail. If you're, but if you're a local Dominican, you know how they do their own people.
Oh,
it's no talking. It's no talking. No talking. Because you already know. And they use that as a lightweight. They say, you know, the gringos, the tourists is one thing, bringing money. They're bringing money to our economy. They tourists, they bringing money. And you know, maybe they know, they don't know, or whatever. They maybe don't quite understand. You guys know. So if the police, you know better, you better do better. If the police catch their own, catch Dominicans out there, or especially some Haitians, man, you locked up. You locked up.
Like a Haitian.
You know, most of us do.
So go ahead with that.
Exactly. Well, until you open your mouth, until you start speaking, right?
Yeah.
So still what you want to try to do, at least what I try to do, right? I don't just wait at night to eat my mangoes. I mean, I do want some mangoes through the course of the day. Whether you know you a two session type dude or a 3 session dude, you know. by noon, I'm trying to get something back to the house. I'm trying to get something back to the room by noon.
Exactly.
Maybe recharge a few hours later. Try to get something else back around 3, 4. Then with that 7 o'clock stuff hit, then at that point, now it gets serious. I'm going through the phone. I'm going through the contacts, trying to see what's going to be the nighttime mango.
Well, you see, this is my question about that, and me and you both in different WhatsApp groups or whatnot. So the big fear here is that, damn, got your ass. Oh, I'm sorry. This could work in your favor or work against you. Let's just say, for instance, happenstance, you end up getting a mango in your room at 6:30, but at
Okay.
7:30 you find out that this mango is sour.
Ah,
This means you stuck with this
you
mango
stuck?
from 7 p.m. till 5 a.m. to the crack of fucking dawn. What do you do in this situation? Because I heard from a brother, he said firsthand, he got him a motherfucking starfish in the room, and he had to break bread with this motherfucker, and he could not put her ass out due to the motherfucking curfew.
That's interesting because technically he could. You can't put him out. So that's what I'm going to get to. I don't know if it. All right, we got somebody coming in, but real fast, you can't. So it works two ways. So with the taxis, with the VIP taxis are exempt. Taxis can move and groove all night, all through the curfew. 1 in the morning, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. You can actually have the chica come to you after curfew and send her back. So he could. Maybe he didn't know that. Because to be honest, my first few days, I didn't know that at first. I learned that midway through my trip. We're all learning, dude. This has never happened before. This is a whole freaking learning experience. So even I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Like when you told me just now, I could get a taxi at night and move around. That shit, like I was oblivious to that fact. Like I figured once
Wow.
I was there, I was there. I had no idea that, cause okay, when I was in Boca Chica, you could actually
Uh-huh.
go up on that roof, cause you was there. On that third floor, you could actually
Mm-hmm.
go up there, bruh.
Okay.
I didn't
I
see
didn't know that.
nothing. I didn't see shit moving, bruh. I didn't see no fucking stray cats moving. I ain't hear I didn't hear shit. I ain't much hear an ambulance. I heard nothing. Like the streets were dead. So in my mind, I'm like, these people are inside and they're not coming out. Now, of course, you could look over into the adjacent courtyard and there are people that are like in the courtyard moving around. But like
Right.
outside on public streets, that was a no go.
Oh no, go. So yeah, so regular people driving, you can't drive. You can't drive. So another issue, like well, not so much an issue, but a thing came. One of the guys in my group was down there, and he likes to rent cars. So he
Oh
rented a
shit.
car and he drive around. But guess what? At under curfew, he can't drive the car. He had to park it.
Okay.
So is your car, you renting it, you driving, but you cannot be out at the curfew walking or driving. The only way you can be out, you have to be inside the protection of a taxi. So that's very interesting dynamic. So that makes the taxi very crucial, like clutch. Um, Even if you have a car, you can't drive it. You have to park it.
So is it only relegated to taxi service, or can it be an Uber service? Because
No, taxi, not even Uber. Well, come on. Well, I don't know if you know. Uber is technically
illegal.
illegal out there, right?
Okay, right,
And
right.
I
that's
have a
anyway. That's
question real
period.
quick.
That,
I've been listening. I have a question. So, if Uber is illegal out there, then why does Uber services allow you to be out there? That doesn't.
Hey, Johnny. I don't know if it's me, but you might. Can you get a little bit closer to your mic, man? Because I don't. I hear you, but it's like you're far away.
yeah,
Can you hear me now?
it's
A
a
little
little
bit better.
better, a little, but not much.
Okay, hold on. Let me change. Let's do this.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better. That's much better.
Better? Okay. So what I was just
Mhm.
saying is when it comes to the Uber, if it's illegal, how is it that the Uber services are still working out there?
Oh, because it's third world country, man. Third world country.
But if it was illegal, because
They
Uber would
do
shut
they
it
do
down.
it, huh?
Well, I was thinking Uber would shut down the services if it was illegal. So that's why I didn't know if that was, but it's a lot cheaper. And I noticed that I actually, I don't know if OW told you my story or if anyone, knows, but like when I left, so I was in Santo Domingo for 7 days and I just recently left. I noticed when I took Uber to the airport and then the girl that I was with, and I tried to get her a ride home, the Uber driver was trying to get me to pay him cash, but the Uber ride was cheaper through the app. So when I was telling him that, he canceled my trip.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So look at that. That's interesting because we were talking about it in my group. Good old Dominican culture. So that's the thing we were talking about. What a lot of the Dominican Uber drivers would do, they would actually turn off the Uber app and try to stick you up for the cash money. Yeah,
Yes.
that's a known thing. That's a known thing. Yeah. So
See, that is known.
yeah, welcome to that. Yeah, it's a cold world. It's a cold world.
But you know what, folks?
Hey,
I played the game.
excuse me.
He
Before
canceled, but I reordered that trip and got it. I mean, he tried to overcharge me 800 pesos. So, I
Yeah.
was like, no.
yeah, they'll put that AI crossover on you real quick.
Mm-hmm.
But before I go any further, I want to introduce Johnny to the panel, Johnny L.A. Some may know him, some may not. He came on about a week ago. We did a show. For those who don't know Johnny, we like. Good Lord, somebody got shot.
Oh, hey, how y'all doing?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Johnny. Yeah, please introduce yourself to the panel. For all the new people who may or may not be here who don't know you.
Absolutely. So, my name is Johnny, of course. I'm actually 29. I actually just experienced the DR for the first time a couple weeks back, and
Wow.
that's kind of where I met OW. And been kind of now I've been loving the traveling experience. In the next month, I'll be going to Colombia. I actually did a podcast with him in regards to my fiance, and that's actually currently in Colombia. And for me, this has been a really great experience to, honestly hear everyone's thoughts and opinions. And to each his own. Everyone has their own way of, going about getting a woman, and what they're really looking out and scouting. If you heard my last YouTube for the first time, there I was very blunt about how I felt and how I do things. And my biggest thing is you got to be able to invest your money right. And so for me, I'm not going to sit here and let any woman blackmail me, play me, and, at the end of the day, they need me. I don't need them, you know. So when you go to a third world country, it's on my terms, not yours. I've had some good, some crazies. If you hear my last one, if any of y'all take a look at it, I did go over a situation that I did come across in the DR where a woman tried to blackmail me. I did, talk about that in the last podcast. But yeah, that's me.
We gotta play a little catch up, Johnny, because you see, my brother here, Big Boss, he's an avid traveler as well. I don't think he caught that show because I had asked him about it, and he said he didn't get a chance to catch it. So
No.
just to bring him up to speed right quick, when you use the words at your terms, a woman needs to agree with you on your terms. What exactly are those terms, brother? We would like to hear that and have an understanding of what those terms are.
I refuse, and it'll never happen where I will ever pay a girl for condom sex. That's number one. Number two, it's on my terms when it comes to, you don't get paid beforehand. You get paid when the service is done. Now I'm a very different individual. I'm a very, different guy. I'm not like most men. I invest. So, I don't want a girl for one night. I try to have her for the whole night if she's good. I don't like to have multiple women. If you get one good one, you invest in that one good woman. I came across one, very amazing. We talked several hours, and she tried to play me, but she got played right back. I told her I specifically asked her 3 times, hey, I want no condom sex. I was like, are you gonna have my baby? Are you gonna, whatever the case is? And she agreed. And then when she got to the room, basically she completely changed. Now it's she wants 8,000 pesos. Then she can't stay with me tonight. And I'm like, oh no, that's not how we playing this. So she tried to blackmail me and be like, you know what, I'm gonna, do you have family here? They're gonna be, they're gonna get killed. And I'm like, you never threatened a man's family. So I was like, you know what, let's call the police. Let's call the Dominican police. And sure enough, she tried to play that little game. I kicked her out of the apartment, and yeah, that was it. You're not gonna do that to me.
Now
Wow.
that could
Yeah,
actually
she
be
tried. I mean, and here's the
traumatizing
thing,
for a person going to their
this
first
girl
time.
was amazing. I mean, she had a fat ass. I mean, I spanked it as she was going to the room. But, I don't know if she thought her beauty was going to let me think, that I'm going to still fuck her with a condom. No, that was not. I said, you had 5 hours to tell me this. Be honest. Now, I even told OW, I said, even after this whole situation, now, because I know she had a kid, I was still going to go ahead and give her 2,000 pesos, but bitch, you're going to meet me at the supermarket.
The supermarket,
You're
like a
not coming
ninja.
back
Super
to the
Polo.
apartment,
Super Polo.
you know?
Right.
So, so she tried to play that little game and then she never contacted me again. And, OW kind of brought me up to a speed, where we were staying. There was barbed wire. So this bitch wasn't coming back with no niggas to try to get me, you know?
Yeah, yeah. We were
So
staying in like a mini compound. It was like a freaking concentration camp. You think the place in Boca Chica was like secure? The place where we were staying at, it was literally
Right.
like a concentration camp. Like there were metal, iron doors that you had to slide. They had pitchforks and barbed wire by the front door. If for
Wow.
some reason, by some faith of God, that you got past that, there was still a metal door, you know what I'm saying, that you probably haven't had to get a welding torch to get through, you know? So for somebody that's walking in there and you're not hearing them, it was like literally impossible. And the only three people who had to, pardon me, the only three people who had access to the area where we were living at were the three people who were there. We had keys to the gate. So I told her, like,
Right.
dude, they're not just gonna walk in here, you know what I'm saying? Just come
And
back
and
out.
this is Santo Domingo, correct? Or
Santo
Boca Chica?
Domingo. Now this is
Santo
correct,
Santo
Santo
Domingo.
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 This is Santo Domingo. This is where we
Well,
had first met
wow.
at. You know.
Yeah, she tried, and
Wow.
she tried, and actually, when I first met OW, because the first thing, it was my first time in Santo Domingo, so I didn't know what I was doing. The mindset I was in, I was trying to meet women online, and kind of do that part instead of trying to look for one. And so when I told him my story about the whole, no, raw sex, he was just like, wait, what? You're not gonna get that. I'm like, trust me, I know my way around. And let me tell you something, they need money right now. So if they don't want it, that's cool. But you're not gonna don't worry about me.
So
Don't
so
worry
wait
about
wait.
me.
Let's pause right there and back up for a second. 'Cause I really, this is a whole lot for a brother to take in. I mean, I know my people in the chat right now. The chat is just going fucking crazy
I
again.
bet it is, man.
They're doing cartwheels and shit right now. So I'm gonna ask you some questions for them right now. Then later on, I may open up the panel, let somebody ask you a few questions. I don't know yet. I'm gonna see how this works out. But it seems like you got this shit down to a science, my brother. So just say for instance a brother wanted to join the Raw Dog record team and he wanted to go out there to SD and he wanted to go Raw Dog and join the team. He want to get it in. But he may not know how to go about doing it. All this shit is foreign to him, right? So by you being a professional, clearly, because you made this shit happen, I saw it with my own two eyes. I was in fucking awe. Matter of fact, I still can't believe this shit even though I saw it my own too.
Wow.
How do you manipulate? Well, that's a strong word. Well, fuck it. How do you manipulate the situation to meet these type of women and have them to agree to bust it open Tatiana with no condom
Mm.
within a fucking hour
Well,
or two of meeting
here's
her?
my thing. Okay.
What is your trick? What do you do?
So it's not really a trick. It's just me being honest and upfront. I tell them straight up. For me, I like natural sex. If I'm gonna
Mhm.
use a condom, matter of fact, we're gonna play this scenario. Okay, I get a girl with the condom. Okay, I fuck her with the condom. I bust my nut. the nuts in the condom. The bitch throws the condom with my nut away. Why would I pay for that when I can jack myself off with some cocoa butter or whatever, Jergens, bust my own nut, use some hand sanitizer, clean my hands, and keep my 80? Okay? That's my opinion.
Okay.
I
So,
can't do it. I will refuse to pay a woman for condom sex. I can jack myself off, bust my nut, get my hand sanitizer, clean myself up, and keep my 80 and keep it pushing.
okay. We, yeah. This
Now it's
the
different
boss.
because I'm
Stop,
paying.
boss.
Now here's the
Stop,
thing.
boss.
I'm paying. I'm paying. No, I'm paying for this. Now if it's free and she says condom, okay, cool. But when you start talking about money, well, then it's on my terms.
Okay. So basically, what you're saying is there is no game. You just straightforward with them. You
I'm
know,
straightforward.
you just bring it out there.
I'm straightforward.
It's
That's the
no
best way
punch.
to be.
It's no
That's the best way to
punchlines.
be.
It's none of
Now,
that.
actually, you know what, OW, you actually witnessed it. You and I, a couple other guys. We went to a restaurant and there was a woman. You saw her. She was all. She was madly in love with me.
Yeah, she
You know.
was
You know.
right.
I can't. My thing is I'm very honest with a person. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. I may throw in a couple of words that may not be true. To kind of, because women are emotional creatures.
Now we getting to the bottom of it. This is what the
He
people
said,
want to hear.
no,
This is what
no.
we want to hear.
He said, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna throw in a couple of words that's not true.
That-
Damn it. He
Damn!
did.
You see how he did that fucking word jujitsu just now? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
yes,
Just like
here's the
that.
watch the
you
hands,
got you
watch
got
the
to know how to
hands.
play
Wash
it.
the hand.
I throw in a couple of words, and at the end of the day, it may be some things like like, hey, I'm madly in love with you, whatever, whatever, whatever. Because here's the thing, women in Santo Domingo, they're emotional creatures. All right, that's just and actually, OW witnessed that.
Yes, yes, yes. As a
She
matter of
didn't
fact,
want no.
I got my first dose
Now
of
you
it
can't
when we
tell you she didn't want no other man.
right. And these were her exact words when we were riding home in the taxi because that night after Drees did the live, we were riding home in the taxi. And she was sitting next to me in the back of the fucking car. And she told the driver in Spanish that I'm going to marry this man. And he's like, okay, so you're serious? She's like, hell yeah, I'm serious. Uh, I take his leche en mi boca en mi tota all day. This is what she told the fucking taxi driver, and I'm witnessing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, me and the
Cause
taxi
you
driver
speak
and her,
cause you speak Spanish. Cause you speak
I speak
Spanish.
Spanish. I speak Spanish. So she said it clearly to where I understood what she was saying. And after she said it, she turned and she looked at me. Because I had told I had made a joke when we was all at the dinner table about that. Like, you know what leche is, you know what I'm saying? She's like, huh?
Yeah.
I was like, lo sabe de qué estoy hablando. Like, you knew what the fuck I'm talking about. I said it real quick and she was like, oh, okay. Fast
Mm-hmm.
forward, she got in the car and she pretty much just went ahead and just talking to the drivers like, yeah, I'm about this, and this is what I do with this man when I get home. And when I get home tonight, I'm gonna swallow some more or take some more in me.
Put
You
it
know
to you,
what I'm
you know
saying?
what? We gonna say it like this. Put it to you like this. OW actually brought it to my attention
I was I
that
was I was
the
floored.
noise was so loud they could hear it.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
what the sucky, the slurping?
No, I didn't even know we were that noisy. He was like, man, y'all were all night.
I thought it
Yeah.
was beating at some point because it was loud. It was pretty. It was engaging sex. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta realize too. First of all, let me put this out there. We are not any type of peeping times. Cause I know how y'all Negroes get in the chat and y'all be saying, "Oh, OW, you over there trying to." And no, fuck all that. Let me get y'all straight right now. The rooms were close to each other, and how it was set up, they're not actually windows; they're window sheds. So it's pretty much like you have no window, and you're probably about 15, 20 feet away from the other person's room. So you can pretty much hear everything. I mean, if we fried eggs, you could probably hear the grease popping. You know what I'm saying? So if you over there and you engaging in some vigorous sex for hours on end, you're gonna hear this shit. So I said to say this, they was getting it in, and pretty much everybody on that first floor heard what was going on. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, and yeah.
I got a few questions. I got a few questions.
Pour the
Help
fire.
me out. Riddle me this, Batman. So Mr. Johnny, um, how many days was this trip? How long did you do down there?
So this trip was 7 days.
7. Okay. In the 7, how many women were you with in 7 days?
Well, technically speaking, I had my fat fetish moment for a day, and then the girl that I'm talking about right now, I had her for 4 days.
Wow.
Then my little fat girl, I had her for the 3 days. I'm sorry, I had her for 5 days, and then the fat girl I had for 2 days. That's another one. And he actually saw her too. OW saw her.
Yeah, I saw all his women.
Well, all being
That's
all
crazy.
being 2, right? So you had
Yes,
2.
because I can't count the third one because she tried to play me. I don't count her.
Okay. So all right, you said it. So the one you're talking about, that OW talking about, he overheard in a taxi. I'm gonna marry him. I've been taking this leche all day. You had her for 5 days, and
Correct.
you had the chubby heavyset girl for 2 days, and
Correct.
then you tried to work on the third, but she played you.
Correct.
Okay, like you know what, and like I say in my group, and it's common sense. We all say this. You just said this earlier. All of us monger different. All of us vacation different. All of us party turn up different. Um, in 7 days, 2 chicks, 1 chick for 5 days. Hey, Mopaya, the benefit, I guess, is you building that camaraderie, that relationship to the point where she's a cum bucket. She's swallowing. She's taking it. You
Here's the
poking
thing.
her.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
What
Cum
people don't
bucket.
know.
I
Here's
haven't
what
heard
people
that
Mm.
don't
shit in
know.
years. They say
This
cum
girl,
bucket.
for me to have her for 5 days, that means she was good. Let me tell you what this was about. I'm just gonna give a prime example. If my dick got hard,
Mm-hmm.
I've been to her in the kitchen and just fucked her in the kitchen. Okay, she cooked breakfast. She lotioned me up. She actually she shaved all my shit in the shower. I fucked her in the shower. Okay,
Uh huh.
when you get a girl like that, that's gonna please you anywhere in the room, in the house, then you damn right I'm gonna keep her for 5 days.
More power to you, man.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
they say? It's more than one way to skin a cat. It's
that's
more than
right.
one way to
As
skin
long
a
as
cat.
the most important, I got my nut. That's all that matters.
Yeah, you're right. And for I'm curious. Not the pocket watch, but this is what it is. So the chick that you have for 5 days, how much did you pay her for the totality of 5 days? At the end of the day, when you ran a total, how much did those 5 days cost you?
Oh, 5,000 pesos.
What?
The fuck?
5,000? So 1,000 pesos a day?
No, 5,000 pesos total.
Yeah, no, that's I know. That's I know. 5,000 pesos for five
That's
days.
like what, $70?
Wow.
Hold on, bro. Damn. I never thought to ask that question, Big Boss, but I'm damn so glad that you did ask that question. So when you say 5,000 pesos, I mean, of course you use like I don't. Damn, how could I put this? Does she smoke weed? Like, were you paying for some type of alcohol or so? Was you paying for something else? Did you really just get all that for 5,000 pesos?
Absolutely. But remember, I told you I met her online, so I talked to her a week before I got to DR.
Okay.
Right. She sounds like, you know what I'm gonna say. She sounds like a regular, like a civilian chick, or
No, but
it
she's not a prostitute. She wasn't one of the girls on the street. But you got to remember,
exactly,
actually, you know what?
exactly.
In my last podcast, OW was a witness. He actually, you know what? OW can witness this. DR was an appetizer for me. My fiance is in Colombia. Tell me if she didn't look good or not.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, dog. He showed me a picture of that Paisa. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this: I ain't meet her in person, but the picture that he showed me on his phone, if this is the woman in question,
Hmm.
he got a bad mama jamma. And I grade motherfuckers whole. Y'all know how I am. I don't spare
Mm.
no expense. I go in some of these chat groups and roast niggas for be posting these fat bad bill
I sent
bitches
him,
in there.
yeah,
I goes in
I
on their
sent
motherfucking
pictures.
ass. You hear me?
Yeah,
But that picture that I saw, that motherfucker was nice. She was tight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not gonna say like which how you want to put this, like America's next America's top model, but on a scale of 1 to 10, she could hold a good 8. She could hold her own, like 7.5, 8. Yeah, she there, but that's just me, and I grade hard. Now you take that same 8 to America, a lot of you motherfuckers will give her a 10 piece with fries. I'm gonna put
Oh
it to
yeah,
you like that.
I hear what
You
you're
know
saying.
what I'm saying? But she's a Colombian 7 or 8. That's the words I want to say. That's how I want to put it.
Mm.
and the most important for me, DR was an appetizer to get me ready for Colombia. I've always been into Colombian chicks. DR for me is basically just that way to get my nut on because of the fact that, A, everything else is closed, and, right now, actually, me and OW were talking about this the other day. You know, um, Tijuana is another appetizer, but Tijuana, because it's so close to California, they try to charge. See, here's the thing, I know the game. So I kind of scooped OW on what he needs to do if he ever, because he ain't never been to Tijuana before. So if he ever scoop, I gave him a little game on what he needs to do. But here's the thing: at the end of the day, I don't care who it is. If I'm paying for any sex, I don't care if it's DR, Colombia, anywhere, it's on my terms. And if you don't like it, that's cool, but you ain't getting no money. So it is what it is. And
I'm gonna
here's
get you a
another part what
T-shirt, bro.
people
I'm
don't
gonna get you a
understand
T-shirt
too.
specially made, bro. That bitch
Here's
gonna
what
have
people don't understand.
Raw
Just
Dog Records on
because
that bitch.
you fuck a girl raw, that don't mean that you gonna catch anything. First of all, and I know this is something I didn't come across in my last podcast when we did our live, but I get myself checked, and I I get amoxicillin pills. I keep that shit on hand. Okay. So if anything was to happen like that, but again, I'm very picky about the woman I do that to. I can easily get raw head and bust a bitch. I don't fuck every bitch I see. I might see a girl in the DR and just get some head. Certain ones I don't do that to. So I have my likes on who I want to stick it in, and then I have the ones that I just want to get a quick nut, bust on your face, and get the fuck out of my way.
Hold on, I gotta pay the bills, fellas. I need to send a shout out to Kenny McDonald for the cash app. I appreciate the support, fellas. I'm very humble. Whatever y'all can give towards the cause or whatever y'all feel as though y'all want to support the channel with, it'd be greatly appreciated. Likes are free. Get the likes up. If you want to support, you can do that too. But I appreciate y'all being here first and foremost. And go ahead and finish your story, Johnny. I'm forgetting your name. All the shit you telling me, dog. You just done fuck my head up, dog. These prices
You
and
know
shit.
what? That's my job. Like I
You
said,
did.
I'm a very real person. I don't see one thing. I think most men in these chat rooms they try to hide what they do, and you can't live your life like that. I don't hide nothing of what I do, and this is what it is. Okay, this is who I am. Either you accept it or you can fuck off. I don't care. I don't. I live my life how I want to live it, and that's just what it is.
That's very good information.
I can't get over the 5,000 pesos for 5 days. I can't get over that.
I feel like we missing something here. Like I don't know, bro.
But
Yeah,
you know,
We
but
at
you have to
some
understand
buffets or
something.
something. You
But you have to
breakfast,
understand
lunch.
something. She was madly in love with me, and
right.
OW witnessed it.
So I want to ask you this. Uh, did you sell her a dream? So I say because she said her own self to the taxi, I'm gonna marry him and blah 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 blah.
So if we're gonna be real
Did-
about it right now, we're gonna throw all the cards on the table. So I
Please.
busted in this bitch 3 times. This
Okay.
girl's pregnant.
Oh,
What?
huh?
This girl's
Huh?
pregnant.
And you did that on purpose. You had
Absolutely,
no problem.
absolutely. That was an experiment.
I can't do it. I'm sorry. Hold on. Where the fuck is my mute button?
Yeah, no, this was an experiment. I needed to make sure a couple of things. I need to get it. It was basically an insurance thing. Yeah, absolutely. So every time I go to the DR, I know exactly where I'm gonna get my nut from, and the other one might be pregnant too. So we gonna see.
Who's the other one? Wait,
The
first
fat
of all,
one.
let's back this up a little bit. Right now, you're in another country right now. Because I remember when I talked to you earlier, you told me you were on your way out of the country, right?
Correct.
So right now you're in Mexico. I'm not gonna say what city, but you're out of the
Correct.
country, right?
Yes.
And you're pursuing these same needs and urges in that country as well. And
Yeah.
obviously you're
Right
getting them
now,
fulfilled.
right now I'm in Mexico right now with another one right now that's in the same boat. She's madly in love with me.
And she's about to be pregnant too.
If it happens, absolutely. It probably will.
Johnny, Johnny, they gonna hunt your fucking ass down, boy. Ooh.
They can't
Boy,
hunt
you
me
better
down.
do not leave your
They can't
ID
hunt
out
me down.
nowhere where they get your name, boy, because they gonna find you. Ooh, they gonna find you, cause
Yeah, they're great. Yeah, I got this one right here. Same thing. I'm teaching her the ropes too. I'm teaching her the ropes too.
oh man, damn, bro, I can't believe that girl. But we talked about it the other day. You said you thought she was gonna be pregnant, and you was waiting for the results to get back,
Oh
and
yeah,
now
yeah,
you know
yeah. The
she
results
pregnant.
actually came back. And yeah, I had to do a blood test in the DR. Yeah, she pregnant. She pregnant.
Oh man, bro.
How many times have you been to the DR? That was your first time?
That was my first time.
So you go to the DR for the first time for the purpose of propagating your seed.
Absolutely.
But this ain't
So
this ain't the kicker. I can't even say your name right. Big boss. That ain't even the kicker. The man is about to be engaged and
yeah,
apply for
yeah,
9-day fiance in Colombia.
yeah, yeah. Wait. Okay, so for what? Huh? So to a 90-day fiance? 90 days?
Yeah, he's
Would you have you met
applying.
her yet? You haven't met you haven't met her?
We have never met. Actually, no, we have not.
You shitting me, right? Get
No,
the
he
fuck
ain't
out of here,
shit.
man. I can't, man.
Oh,
What the
let me
fuck
tell
is
y'all.
going on
Okay,
here,
you know
bro?
what? Let me tell y'all this story.
Oh
Me and her, we've
shit.
known each other for 4 months. We are already engaged.
You gonna
We've
marry
never met
somebody
in
in 4 months?
person. Yep.
Well, he got somebody pregnant in 3 fucking days. I mean, what's the difference?
Okay.
Think
We
about it.
have video. Now, wait a minute. Now, here's the thing. We have video
You're not
chatted all the
serious, bro.
time.
You're not serious. You're not serious. You're fucking with me, bro.
Oh
No, he
no, I'm
not.
serious.
He
You
not.
I'm
fucking
serious
with
as
me.
a heart attack.
He not.
No, you ain't.
I
You
saw
I'm
ain't
what's going
serious.
serious.
on too. Bro, I heard the girl say it in Spanish to the driver in the car. She said it clear as fucking day. She said, I am going to marry this man. I've been fucking him for the past 2 days. This is my husband. I take his leche en mi boca y mi tota. They say toto or tota in
Oh,
Dominican
she
Republic. That's
swallowed
what
all
they
my
call
shit.
that
Oh yeah,
pussy. You
she
know what I'm
swallowed every
saying?
last drop. Every drop.
She said that's what she do. And it ain't, and her and the taxi driver was laughing about the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Dreams was in the car with us. Well, I can't say that he could be a witness of it, but he was in the car too. You know what I'm saying? But it was all been spoken in Spanish, and I attest to
Right.
this. I heard her say that. Now, as far as the other stories, I don't know, but from what I saw, he's a different
Okay.
animal. I believe.
Obviously. So you purposely impregnated her. Okay, but do you plan to marry her, or is she just gonna be a baby mama? Are you gonna marry her also? So you're gonna have a Colombian wife and a Dominican wife? Is that your
Oh no, I'm
master
only
plan?
having the Colombian wife.
Okay, so you're gonna have a Colombian wife, and so what's gonna be the ultimate fate of the Dominican chica?
She gonna be baby. She gonna be baby mama. That's all.
Are you gonna be involved in the kid's life, or are you
Of
just gonna be a
course.
deadbeat?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I'm gonna take care of mine.
Okay, but she said she's going to be your wife. So what's going to happen when she demands? She wants wifey. She wants the
She ain't
privilege
gonna
of being
get.
your wife,
She's not gonna
huh?
get wifey. I'm gonna
But
string
but
it along.
but but
I'm gonna make
she's
every
gonna
excuse in the book.
you said, Poppy, you said You said. What are you gonna do when she say you said? What are you
Well, I
gonna
told her
do?
I'd think about it. I didn't tell her I was going to marry her. I told her I was going to think about
Oh, so you told her I'm gonna get you pregnant for sure, and I might marry you too.
it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. See now we getting down to the meat and the potatoes.
That's true. Let me
So
tell you
this is
something.
how
Let me tell you
this
something.
raw
No,
dog
my
action.
wife is
You gotta sell
Colombian.
a fucking dream to these motherfuckers out here. You know what I'm saying? You tell them
Elizabeth,
motherfuckers you won't have kids.
Elizabeth, I'm
You
coming
gonna
to join you, honey. I'm coming to join you.
You heard it here first on OW channel. That's
911
how
is
you
a
get the
joke.
raw dog action. You gotta sell a dream or two or
911,
three. You know what I'm saying?
911 is a joke. Oh shit! Stay woke,
Damn.
y'all.
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
always
gonna get
wondered that,
mine.
bro.
Like I said,
You
at the end of the day, I get mine.
You gonna get more than that.
No, see that's the thing. I know how to play it off really good. See, most men don't know how to play the game. I know the game very
Oh,
well, very
oh,
well.
oh. Okay.
okay. Okay.
All right.
Moving right along.
Okay.
Um, boss, we would like to know more about your stay. You said you stayed in San Domingo for a few weeks. Oh, I'm sorry, for a few days. And you left San Domingo, then you went to Santiago, I believe.
No, 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 no. All right. Let me collect my thoughts, man. Let me collect my thoughts. All
Okay.
right.
Ask me as
Back to
many questions. Ask you can ask me whatever you want. I'm an open book. I'm an open book.
I see. Uh, I don't know. I'll
Okay,
get back
boss.
to you, man.
Boss scared to ask you any more fucking questions
I,
right now.
I don't know. I don't know what question to ask you. Um, we gonna talk about me right now. That's what we gonna do. We about to talk about Big Boss.
Back to
So
boss.
back to Boss. So it's interesting though. OW, you have basically two polar opposites on this panel. Like I said in my group, that everybody obviously right. Everybody mongers different. Everybody vacations different, which is their right. Right. Everybody moves different.
Right, right.
Um, and I am the opposite of what I call a boo lover. Someone who goes on vacation and get one chick or two chick or three chick and keep it in a single digits.
You bag 'em
When
and
I
tag 'em.
man, I call myself, now I made this term. Somebody else might have said it before, but I'm the first person to heard this term because I said it.
I
I
love it.
consider my a
Say it.
robot monger.
Say it. Yeah.
I am the original
The original
robot
robot.
monger. I
That's
bust
right.
them up. I go for the numbers. So on my first trip, like I said, I only been traveling for 2 years. I got my passport in 2018, early 2018, March, April 2018. I sat on it for a few months, and my first trip was October, was Halloween 2018. And Halloween 2018, I went to the DR, which happens to be my birthday. Yes, my birthday is actually Halloween. Okay, no figure. So I go to the DR for Halloween 2018. On that first trip, I did 10 days. It was a 10-day trip. In 10 days, you know how many women I slept with in 10 days? How many different women I slept with within the course of 10 days? Guess, Mr. Johnny. Johnny L.A., you there? Now his time to go away. Well, most
Hey,
people
John,
know
hey,
that.
you can hear us? You know how his mic be, though.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
I don't know. I don't even know if he responded, bro.
exactly. Because he got the little picture thing up, and
Yeah.
right, yeah. So for those listeners that don't know about the legend of Big Boss, my first trip, 10 days, I knocked down 23 different chicas, 23,
23.
Michael Jordan number.
Christ.
Yeah, so so I got the nickname. People start calling me Wilt Chamberlain. 23 in 10 days. Now I have not yet since to repeat that. But that being said, I'm on that level. I'm on that height. When I'm in these countries, I'm easily knocking back at least two. Two don't even count. 2, 3 a day, sometimes 4 a day. 4 mangoes a day. 4 women a day. 4 whores a day. 4 women. You talking about a back and forth revolving door. It's very funny. On my second DR trip, because my first one was Halloween 18, and the second one was a few months later, February 19, Super Bowl. Super Bowl, I stayed at a hotel down the street from New Garden. My first trip was at New Garden. The second trip, I stayed down the street from New Garden at Hotel del Rancho. I had it popping. It wasn't quite like the first trip. It wasn't 23, but I had it popping. I had them back and forth. So much so that the hotel staff.
I gotta ask you this, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking for sponsorship for my channel, you know what I'm saying, from a company. So what type of stimulants were you inducing at the time when you slaughtered these 23 women within 10 days? Because I ain't the smartest motherfucker in the world, but you had to be doing like 2 of these, like Saints training camp, for damn near the whole fucking state to get those type of numbers like that. Matter of fact, 1 or 2 of them days you do a 3 a day. If you was there 10
impressive.
days and you got 23 women, 10 times 2 is 20. So you got 3 left over.
Yeah.
When did you sleep? What was you taking?
Yeah, that's my question.
Just tell us, please. What the fuck was you taking? I want some of that shit.
Shit. Back then. Huh? What'd you say? Oh no. Very simple. Viagra and Cialis. That's it. That's only 2. And that was my first time ever drinking that Mama Juana.
And so
the Mama.
You had a Viagra, Cialis, Mama Juana cocktail, and you was slamming them bitches down like Gatorade, and you was going through that bitch like a mad Russian.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
That's about the only thing. Viagra and Cialis and that Mama Juana stuff. And a whole lot of sunshine. I don't know. And white Henny. I don't know. And rum. I was just doing it. I was getting it in. I was being Big Boss. Big Boss was born.
And you ain't never feel like your heart was gonna jump out your chest and run down the fucking Pedro Casande and jump in the ocean?
Nope. But you know what did hurt? I'm gonna keep it real. You know what did hurt?
Please, D.
My fucking back. I down there threw my back out. I mean, I did not know you really can like hurt and strain your back from that much sex. It was times I would lay up in the bed at night and my low back, the very, very lowest part of my back above my butt, my back was tight, pulsing, cramping, all at the same time. Not so much the bone, but the bone a little bit, but the muscles, all the muscles around my back. That happened a few nights during those 10 days. I paid for it. I paid for all that extracurricular I was doing. My back would just cramp up and tighten up and just pain me at night for a few nights.
So let's back up a little bit here. We gotta take all this in, man. We gotta let's unpack this right quick. I'm sorry to stop you. What country were you in when you imposed all this brutality on these pussies? What country was you in?
DR.
In DR.
Yeah, what we talking about? Mm-hmm.
Quick question: between then and now, do you notice a big difference in the change from DR? You know, fast forward back from then to now in that short period of time. Is it, in other words, the DR back then, is it the same DR now?
Both, yes and no. The more it changed, the more it stayed the same. The biggest change, obviously yes. Even before this COVID-19 lockdown, unfortunately in Sasua, and again, DR is a whole island, but for our terms and purposes, we're talking about Sasua, the northern area, Puerto Plata, Sasua, Beach Town, Red Light District. In Sasua, unfortunately, there's a lot of politics going on where it's said that the powers that be, the local government, the mayors and all that kind of stuff, city council, they're trying to clean up that area. They're
Okay.
trying to clean up the area of the prostitution, the red light district. They want to make it more family business. They want to bring in big corporations are trying to move in, like hotel chains want to try to move in, and so you can build hotels, build resorts.
So they're trying to
For
mainstream the place. In other words, make it more family
right,
friendly and move the
right,
fuckery up the block, not too far
up the
away, but
block
just
to
up the
Envy,
block.
up to
All
that's
right.
what we all say, up the block to Envy,
We're gonna talk
Envy.
about Envy shortly.
Right.
We want to know about
What's
that.
that sound going on? Yeah, you got a lot going on.
Um, is that Johnny? I don't think. Hey Johnny, you all right over there, cousin?
Oh, I'm good over here. I'm listening to you guys.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
all
no,
right.
it's not. Yeah, so, whew, yeah, this is a that's so much the biggest change. The biggest change is coming from the local government. It's coming from the powers that be. They are changing Sasua into another image. They're trying to clean up the image. They want to make it more family friendly. They want to push the prostitution and all that kind of stuff away in a whole nother area. They want to clean up that area. And so to do that, they're shutting down some of the places that attract it. So they're shutting down like some of the clubs, like classical clubs and a big restaurant, Bourbon Street. And so what they're doing, they're pushing all that kind of traffic. They're pushing it up like a mile or two up the road.
Okay.
Um, so that's one of the biggest changes. And then the other change, I would have to say maybe the chicas themselves, maybe the women themselves, the mangos themselves. What I notice is the prices keep going up. Every trip I would take, the price will go up about 500 to 1,000 pesos.
Well, what
When
do you think's the reason for that? What do you think's causing the economy for a change in the price? Because you have to look at the average person there only makes $200 or $300 a month, if that, and for prices
wow,
to constantly go up every time that you go there, what do you think's affecting the economy to make prices just change like that? Like there's inflation, Ain't like pussy is a
simps,
commodity there because there's beautiful women all over the island. It's
it is
constant
all over.
competition.
Right,
So, what do you think from your perspective?
simps, simps, simps. Guys, men who go there and they overpay. They overpay constantly over time. And what happened, you start to acclimate the women and getting them used to higher prices. We got guys that go down there and whatever the going rate, the going standard rate used to be, they purposely want to overpay. They overpay, and over time, the women get used to the overpaying. So now they make a new normal. So now what used to be 1,500 pesos, the next trip is 2,000. The next trip is 2,500. The next trip is 3,000, and on and on and on. Then the next trip, guess what? They're so cold. They're not even the chicas are not even asking for pesos. They're asking you for 100 USD dollars.
See,
I
now
can
What?
attest to that.
I got to interrupt this one. Now, see,
Get it?
that's the thing. I'm very, when it comes down to money, I always pay pesos. I don't pay dollars. The minute they start talking dollars, that's a wrap. You only getting pesos. You are not getting U.S.
Exactly.
dollars
Exactly.
unless you are my woman, and even then, I'm not. I'm pesos. Pesos.
Peso.
That's all
Pesos.
you getting.
Yeah, for real. So that's the movement right now. The movement right now is calling for all men, all mongers to push back and pushing back against that narrative and tell these chicas no. Talk to me in peso, not U.S. dollars. I have a saying. I tell them to their face. I say, you are not American. You are not my countrymen. Don't talk to me in dollars. Talk to me in pesos.
Right.
So I
Now
do
here's
that,
the
but it
but
takes
here's the
it
trick
takes
to
more
that.
than one person. It
But
takes
here's
more than
the
one person. Yes,
trick to that though. If you tell them that, I mean, the average normal educated woman, which most of the girls in the D are not as educated, but the ones that are, they can easily pull up the rate and be like, oh well, you know what? The replica of 100 US dollars is maybe, I don't know, 10,000 pesos or whatever the case is. So, but I have a
5,000.
limit on my pesos too.
Yeah,
I only
no, yeah,
give a girl max, and like I said, 5 days was 5,000 pesos. So you can imagine, I would never pay a girl no more than 2,500 pesos. give or take.
Right, right, right. Yeah. So, thank you for jumping in and sharing that. But yeah, you're preaching to the choir because that was the very next words that was rolling out my mouth was
My
what
bad.
no, it's all hey, it's a conversation. It's a conversation. It's all good.
I'm gonna let you
Um,
speak. My bad. I'm gonna let you speak.
no, jump in because even when you speak on it, I can speak on it, and sometimes that's just like a double confirmation. So it's all good. Lets me know we on the same page. So it's all good. Yeah. So like I was going to say, they do that. They try that. They'll say, okay, fine, fine. So a 100 USD is about 5,000 peso. You figure 1,000 peso is 20 bucks. Now, but now, okay, now with the new conversion, the dollar is up. We're at 58 to 1. So it's a little less. But bottom line, just about 100 USD is about 5,000 peso. So what she would do, she would cop an attitude, say, fine, fine. They give me 5,000 peso then. I said, no. First of all, we have two problems, like you just alluded to. We have two problems. The first problem is you're charging too much, period. It's way too much. It shouldn't be that much. The second problem is you're actually talking to me in American dollars. So we're going to fix both of these problems at once. First of all, talk to me in pesos. Now in pesos, let's bring that price down. Let's bring it from the equivalent of 100. Let's bring it to the equivalent of 50, if not 40. Maybe 60 if you're bad. But we're going to try to bring it to the equivalent of 50 US. And the equivalent of 50 US is about 2,500. 2,000 is 40. 3,000 is 60. So basically what the way it goes, for every 1,000 is 20 bucks. So 1,000 is 20, 2,000 is 40, 3,000 is 60, but 5,000 is 25. So we're going to try to keep it at 2,500, and 2,500 is about 50. Now the good thing is this, with the 58, 2,500 that used to be 50, now the same 25 is something like 40. You know, it's not quite 50 no more because 2,500 used to be 50. Now 2,500 is 40 something.
Yeah, 47, 46, like that.
47, 46. And so, but see, that's another part of contention. So it's a back and forth. It's a struggle between light and dark, good and evil, up and down, black and white, up and down. So they know that their peso is down. So then that's another reason why they're trying to run it up. So they say, well, Poppy, 3,000 peso is not 60 no more. Now 3,000 is like 56. You know what I say? So what? That's not my fault. Deal with your government. Deal with your elected leaders. It's not my fault that your country can't get it together. Because when I was here last time, it was something like 50 to 1. Now it's 58 to 1. That's the stock exchange. That's the international stock market or whatever. It's not my fault. I'm going to give you 2,500 or 3,000. See, now you really can get away with giving it because you give it 3,000 used to be 60, but now 3,000 is not 60. Even 3,000 is like 50 something. And if you give them 2,500, 25 used to be 50. Now 25 is like 40 something. So in a way, they are losing, and that's also causing them to feel away. But you got to push a line. You got to push a line. So to answer your original question, from my first trip in 2018 to my fourth trip in 2020, the biggest changes outside of Corona, because you talk about Corona, that's a giant change, right? Outside of Corona, the biggest changes is the local government is trying to change things up. They're trying to clean up the image. They're trying to kind of do away. Well, not do away, because they know that's still a part of their big economy. But they want to clean that area up that's known for the last 15, 20 years for fuckery. Now, all of a sudden, they want to use that area for family friendly, and they want to push the fuckery a few miles down the road. So that's kind of causing a lot of chaos. And in the middle of the chaos, now you have the coronavirus. Now you have lockdowns. Now you have curfews. Now you have all kind of other shit. So the women be running up the prices, and it's crazy. But it's fun to be had. It's fun to be had. He said more like a generic Wilt. This
You know,
guy got
honestly,
jokes.
I was
That's funny.
thinking, you know,
Brian
y-
Brian Bourne
the
down there in the comment section, dog. He throwing right hooks and crosses and shit, dog.
Yeah, yeah, he's a character. That one, gotta love him. Gotta love him.
Yeah, he a good
Can't you
dude too,
can't beat
man.
the internet. You can't beat the internet. You got to roll with the punches. But yeah, so that's what it is, man. That's what it is.
Somebody got a question for you in the chat, Big Boss.
What's up? How can a dude call a dude a simp if you buying women? That's simping too. I'm lost. No, that's tricking. That's not simping. So I guess we got to go on the educational tour right here, huh?
School him. Take the young man
School
to
him.
school. Take him to school. You know
Take
what
him to
I'm saying?
school,
That's
fool.
right.
Because
Explain him.
a mind is a terrible thing to waste. So what simping is, a simp is the opposite of a pimp. A simp actually gives women exactly what they want. A simp overpays. A simp caters to a woman. A simp will make sure that the woman have everything her way. That's what a simp do. A simp will not only will he overpay. What a simp would do when he gets back to America or back to Europe or whatever, he would Western Union her some money. He would wire her some money. He would cash out money. And when he come down, every time he comes visit, he would bring gifts. He would bring Nia Marcus gifts. He would bring purses and handbags. That's what a simp is. When you're buying women, when you're paying for it, is one of the oldest professions in the world, even going back to biblical days. You're just a man paying for sex up front.
Yeah.
So instead of taking her out to a movie date, a steak and lobster date, instead of taking her out to dancing, instead of paying 50, 60 bucks, $100 for a night on the town, you're putting that same 40, 50, 60 bucks directly in her hand and say, let's get busy. That is not simping, my friend. It's not pimping either, but what it is, it's called tricking. So I don't
the fucking middleman. Fuck.
Right. I have a saying. I don't simp, I trick. So yes, I be tricking. I'm a big trick. So I hope that clears it up for you. That's not simping. A simp is someone who overpays and he does whatever the woman wants. He caters to the woman till the woman is winning. So that goes back to what I was saying with the question you asked me, OW. How does the price go up every trip? Every few months, you go down there 3, 4, 2 times a year. Every time you go down there, the women are running the price higher and higher and higher. One of the main reasons why the women are running the price up is because of simps. Simps are overpaying. Simps are giving them what they want. The woman can just think of a number out of her ass, and a simp would say, okay. Matter of fact, I'm going to pay you what you said, and I'm going to give you some more. And when I get home, I'm going to wire you some more money. And when I come back, I'm going to bring a gift. That's a simp. And that's something that we should never do. As male travelers, as mongers, we are on a no simp campaign. We don't simp.
I got to agree with you on that one. Actually, I was talking to OW about this the other day too. See, I refuse, and I agree with you on that one, boss. Like, I would never, other men, and I don't want to get racial about it, but there are the other races that will pay the woman what they want, but when they see the brothers, first of all, I would never pay her what she wants.
Right.
She's got to be a bad bitch, and even then, you're not gonna get what you're asking for.
Right. Of course. Now, it's haggling. It's haggling.
Now,
you guys got to come down.
Sense. Now it has to make sense. I said before, the 5,000 pesos for the 5 days. But see, it's all about investment. See, dudes, when they go down to any other country, whether it's TJ, Colombia, Brazil, whatever, the thing is that they too scared because some men, and I might get some hate for what I'm about to say, but I don't care. But most men get so infatuated from seeing a woman's ass, and they let that they let that get in the block, and it's like, no, like you got to remind these women, you need me, I don't need you.
That's right. Facts. I'm the prize.
I need you. You need my money.
Right. There's a million of you. There's literally a million of you, because I'm in your country. There's not quite a million travelers. It might be 100 travelers. It might be 200, 300. It might be 1,000 travelers. But it's not a million travelers. But it's millions of you. So
Exactly.
let's get this shit in perspective. So that's right.
That you're using the mentality of a person in this economy. You have to think of them in their economy and think about the average
Mm,
man there. Okay, the
right.
average man there, he's making $200 a month. All right, let's keep
You
it
know,
a buck.
honestly, I'm thinking
200,
realistically because here's my thing. Okay, I didn't mean to cut you off, but my thing is this: why would I ever? And I'm just saying. First of all, I would never ever in my life pay a girl $80. Number one, because if I'm gonna do that, I could stay right back in the states and pay an escort off of Eros, whatever in the states. When I come here, it's gonna be 75% off, as far as I'm concerned.
I hear you.
But it has to make sense. Like I said, it has to make sense. Like I said, I'm not gonna pay. Like I said, if I pay a girl for several days, she's lucky if she gets 5,000 pesos. She's
you
lucky
you
if she even gets that.
you see that Jaws 2003? That's what I'm talking about right there. On based on their economy, that's what they would pay. All right. So when you're going down there, you have to put yourself in that mind state. You know what I'm saying? Don't think like, okay,
But
I make
some
30
dudes,
grand a year.
but
You know
some
what I'm saying?
dudes are ignorant and they just go and pay the girl what they want. But that's their money, so go throw it out there. But that ain't gonna be me.
Right. Well, you got to negotiate. You do have to negotiate. I'm gonna. Right. There's within context. There's just few things going on here. If you're dealing with a civilian chick who's not a prostitute, who's not even selling it, she's a good girl with a job, or even a university student, versus a hardened prostitute whore that's out there getting it, there's going to be two different mind frames.
He's a
There's going to be
whore.
two different mind frames. So I do want to bring this back into reality and put the proper context in it. So it
Right.
depends on the type of women you're dealing with. So if you go down there, you speak some Spanish or not, or use a translator app, you run up on a cute chica who's working a job, any kind of low level job. She's working at a store. She's working at a store, and you get her phone number, and she works every day, but she comes over when she gets off work. That's different than a chica with no job, and her job is to walk up and down all day, barely dressed, trying to trap that pussy all day. Her mind is different. She's not going to take 5,000 pesos for 5 days. She's not. But if you pregame a chick, pregame her a week, 2 weeks, talk to her every day, develop a relationship, develop a rapport, become pen pals. You talk to her, you get to know her, and by the time you get there, you guys hook up. She's a regular chick. That's different.
See
So
that, and that's what I
when you're
did.
dealing
See,
with
and
hard, when
that's
you're dealing
exactly
with
what I did with my
right,
online girl. You know, I talked to her for a week, but here's the thing: I was very upfront about what I wanted. I didn't beat around the
okay,
bush, and now I'm not gonna lie to you. When I got to DR, I had other intentions, and this is kind of what I was telling OW. I kind of, and I'm just gonna say it. I kind of ignored her calls because she kept calling me when I got to the airport like several times. I was originally trying to meet up with another broad from the internet, and she kind of flaked on me. Actually, you know what? I'll just tell that story. I had intentions on meeting someone else, and I sent her $50. She was supposed to go buy some lingerie, and she was supposed to meet me at the airport, but she flaked. So then that's when option B came up, which was this girl. But here's the thing, like I said, I negotiated. I made sure I was very upfront about what I wanted, and she wanted the same thing. And I told her, she kept calling me. I'm like, all right, if you want me that bad, this is what I want. And she said okay, and I got her Uber to the apartment, and that's how that started. So I figured out a way I was going to do it regardless.
Do
And then
you
the other girl, you
before you?
know,
I just gotta ask you this. Before you go into this pussy run, you drag these girls down. Do you do some type of pussy inspection? You got a test that you run on the pussy or something that you do before you just go off in there.
nah,
You see,
I just stick it right in.
scratch and sniff. You mean something? You you just go off in it for real?
Yeah, I just stick it right in, bro.
so my thing is this: you can run into that. So if you're down there and you're gonna keep it like a low number, like basically one, two, or three, four at tops, no matter how long you're down there, they are very flaky, bro. So you can run into the point where you only have two or three or four, And what if they all flake? What if they
Well,
all
that's
flake?
why
So,
that's
mhm.
why you talk to multiple women, and like I said, that's what I do. So I know this is gonna sound weird, but I don't care. But what I do is I
Oh, brother,
I throw
we
out.
way past that point. We way past that point. You kind of
Yeah,
weird,
you
brother.
better put a review her.
Yeah,
All right,
we
here's the
passed
thing.
weird about 30 minutes ago.
I throw out about 10 messages with the same thing, and I figure out who's gonna catch the net. And if one don't do it, then I go to the next one. So I basically send everybody the same message. Now, if
Yeah, that's standard. That's standard pregame. I do that.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
standard.
preparation.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna put it in a translator app. I don't speak or read Spanish organically. So when I'm sending these text messages in Spanish, like most people, I do it within the translator, the whole paragraph, a few sentences. I translate it and I copy and paste it. I'm not gonna do that every single fucking time. So when I copy and paste that, you best believe that's going in everybody's all those females
oh
contacts.
yeah, now here's the thing, and so me and OW were talking about this as well, and I don't know if he knew this, but
Sharu.
that the some of the profiles online can be fake or whatever the case is. Now
Yeah,
he was telling me about Tinder.
FaceTime.
Now I tried Tinder. My only thing with Tinder is, for example, just as an example, sometimes the pictures when they don't be the real pictures. You may see one picture, then the bitch shows up to your place, and then it's a whole other bitch, and then you be kind of mad, like I said, I mean, I done seen it happen to me numerous of times. So I
Right.
try to meet them, on the outside, and I learned my lesson. But this is it's a chance. Like I said, when I sent
Yeah.
that girl that $50, that was my loss. But guess what? I
Well,
had already came with a budget, so that's cool. But guess what?
what?
She ain't never got to worry about me again. So it's
Okay.
good.
All right. I missed that. Who did you send $50? You might have said I fit. Who you sent the $50 to? The first one?
The first one. The first one.
Okay. And she was supposed to meet you and she blew
Airport.
you off?
She was supposed to go to
Okay.
the airport, and then she flaked on me. I was okay. So funny thing is, I was at the airport for 2 hours waiting for her.
You sat at the fucking airport and didn't move for 2 hours.
Yeah, she kept. Every time I kept ordering her Uber, every time I kept ordering her Uber, she kept telling me, "Oh, this is the wrong location," and I'm just like, you know what? I just got tired of it, and then that's when I got with the other one.
Damn, bro. I missed the whole, like, on the
Again,
first interview.
but
We
again,
missed all
but
this. We
again,
didn't discuss
but
this on the
again,
first
that was a
interview, bro.
chance. It was a chance.
But okay, all right.
I wouldn't say chance, man.
I, I'm
Well,
just trying.
ultimately, you're technically right. It's a chance, but that kind of wasn't too smart, man. That wasn't
Okay,
tactically
it's
smart.
a
You know
chance.
what?
It's a chance after 45 minutes. Anything else after that is unexcusable. Like, you got 45 minutes as chance. 2 hours? You know what I'm
Whew.
saying? That's not rational, man. I'm sorry. You my boy. I'm just saying. 45 minutes. I'm calling Uber. Uber gonna be there within 15. Two
Yeah,
hours?
no, and you know what? But guess what? That was a
Come on,
lesson
man.
learned. But
Yeah.
as
Hey.
angry as
it-
angry as I was, whoever that girl that I got, oh, she was getting the full service because I was angry.
So you took it out on somebody else pussy because of what she did to you. All right,
Absolutely.
that makes sense. I can see that. You know what I'm saying? Is it
You know
right?
what?
It's arguable, but okay.
You know what? So Big Boss got a story. Big Boss got a story. Santo Domingo. Before I went down there, a buddy of mine hit me on WhatsApp on the side, shot me a contact of this bad chick. I shared it in a group, bad chick. And actually, I contacted her, and we was going back and forth. This chick so bad, she has a fans only page, all the shit. Um, so basically, first of all, she was talking about $100 US, but for overnight. Okay, whatever. She's bad, man, bad, bad, bad. That wasn't even a problem. The problem was this. She wanted me to cash app her wire her, Western Union, the whole $100 up front. Not half, not $20, everything. $100 up front, and she would just show up at my hotel. I said, baby, I cannot do that. First of all, with her, I didn't beat her over the head with the peso. She was bad. I didn't even go there. We had too many other problems worried about that. But I said, I might can pay your Uber or your taxi to get to me, but I can't give you $100 and then $100 up front before I even get to the country. She wanted it before I even come to the country. And her thing was, if you send me the money up front, give me your address, I will show up. I couldn't go for that. And she was bad. I had to reluctantly walk away and leave that pussy on the table. I had to leave it right where it was. Why? Now, who knows? Was it a 5 or 10 or 20% chance she might show up and be honorable? Mind you, my homeboy hooked up with her. I know he did because he had footage of her. He hooked up with her. Yeah, you know.
Shit.
Yeah, she was bad.
Okay.
Ooh, she was.
When you said that, everything just came full circle.
Ooh, she was bad. She was bad.
Yeah.
He hooked up with her. But one, the real nigga in me cannot do that. I'm too real to do that. I'm from Oakland, California. We don't play with these hoes like that. I'm gonna pay you all the way up front. First of all, if I pay you up front, where's my leverage?
Where's the
You had the money already. You have the money. And then that's what paying the chick up front if you hook up with her in real life. So this goes to something else. When you do hook up with a mango, when you hook up with a woman, when you hook up with a prostitute or whore, a woman, she comes to your room. Do you pay her up front before sex, or do you pay her after sex? Do you pay her as soon as you meet her in person? In person though, not Cash App. Do you pay her up front soon as she come into your apartment, your Airbnb, hola, shake hands, you give her a hug? Do you pay her up front before sex, or do you wait and pay her after sex?
Tell you what I do.
I'm sorry, I got to get in there. I'm sorry, I refuse to pay a girl beforehand.
Exactly.
I've learned my lesson. If she can't go on my terms, I don't care how good the pussy is. She can get the fuck on. I will never pay a girl before.
Well, I won't find out. I won't find out how good it is. If she wanted up front, I won't find out.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I won't do it. Nope. Not happening. Get the fuck on.
Right. That's my word. I don't simp. I trick. Yeah, what were you about to say, OW? You about to say something to the effect of what? About paying up front?
So what you do? You just tell them to hit the fucking door? How you play that?
Well, that's very rare when most DR chicks don't do that. That might start being a new wave, unfortunately. That might start being a new trend. But even for me, 80 to 90% of them don't try that. That's rare. They don't want it. They don't ask up front. And the few times I have got that, no, I just stick to my guns. I don't tell them hit the door. I just tell them firmly. I said, no, you're not going to get it. You're wasted your time. You can turn around and go.
I think that's a U.S. thing.
I was just about
a lot of women in the U.S. do that.
Something to that effect, and you beat me to it. I've been to Brazil. It never happened. Now, I put up motherfucking Kobe numbers in Brazil because that's my first time out the country. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I was in some double-digit shits. Never again. It never happened to me in Colombia. In 2 cities. I've been to Cartagena and I went to Medellin. Never happened.
Okay.
Never happened. Now it's the DR.
Mm-hmm.
And even in DR, I never had that problem. But this is my thing, new, because I like to keep down confusion. I let you see it, but you can't touch it. You know what I'm saying?
I can get with that. I can get with that. I can get with that. And if I think back, I might have utilized that once or twice. I can get with that. Matter of fact, I remember I did that once or twice. What I did exactly. I showed them the money, and then I let them see me put it in a safe. But of course, I put my body and I blocked my code for the safe. But yeah, I showed them the money. I think one time I was being funny. I slapped him in the face with the money.
Oh,
I
you
ran.
fucking sick
I
man.
ran, I ran, I ran, I ran the money. I ran the peso under their nose so they could smell it. Slapped them with the money,
Oh my
and then
god.
I turned around and I put the money in my safe, and then of course used my body to block my code, so they
Right.
know I have it. So it's no kind of it's no. I'm not trying to cheat you. I'm not trying to beat you, but you are going to work. You're going to earn it because if you pay them up front, then there's no leverage.
Right.
They,
And it kind of
yeah,
takes they haven't earned their money. See, something
right.
happens in the
I'm
mind,
sorry to
like
say
you're here
this,
to
but I
earn
don't
money.
care
But
what the case
once
is.
you
I'm not paying the
just
girl
hand
up
the
front.
money over, you
Now,
Yeah,
actually
no one
like
that.
I said, even
initiate.
with the girl in the DR, I paid her at the very end. But this is the thing that this is where the pickiness for me comes in. I don't want a woman that's just interested in the money. I want the woman that's interested in me. Yes, we know that the bitch is gonna get the money at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like I because here's the thing: when a woman is so stuck on the money, she ain't trying to please you. She focused on the money.
That's a true statement. But this is the DR we talking about. Um, yeah. So
I can't totally agree with that statement, dude.
Actually,
I
now
mean,
that I think
I can
about
go
it,
so far as that.
when I was telling you
Yeah.
guys that story earlier, most of the women
Yeah.
in DR, it's very, what was it? I think maybe 2% of the women out there that don't have kids. Because I'm a very upfront person. I
You're
really didn't
bugging
like
out,
women with
dude.
kids.
You're
But then I
bugging
also
out.
realized DR, they're known
Okay,
for
you
that.
back.
yeah, they are.
Something else that I
I
noticed that
just,
I did
I
too,
mean,
like sometimes I would leave the money out on the dresser, I would put it on the table, and in Colombia, they will not touch that money. Like
Mm,
because this is how I rock. Before we even get to my house, the price is already established. So when you walk in there,
of
you
course.
may see 150 mil or 80 mil, whatever we agreed upon. You see that number on the table. But I was just trying to be curious one time. I put the money right there. We locked eyes. She seen it. I seen it. But before she left there, she would not reach on that table and take that money. I had to physically go over there, pick the money up, and hand it to her. And that happened on like 3 occasions. So in Colombia, it's a different vibe they have when they do it. Now, when I did that shit in DR and the deed was done, them bitches walked straight over there and grabbed that shit, hit that fucking door. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, it's just a difference in cultural norms here. You know what I'm saying? Like I see it, I know it for me, bitch. I'm going to get it. You know what I'm saying? But in Colombia, like they'll sit there until you actually go over there and hand them that fucking money, bro. That shit was amazing to me. I was like, damn, okay. It's like it's a level of respect. Even though we know what we both here for, it's like a business transaction. It's still a level of respect there. And those women, whether you paying them or not, because I've been on both sides. I've had a girlfriend there. I'm a hybrid. I always tell everybody I'm a hybrid. Even when you paying them motherfuckers, they go out of their way to make you feel good. So I mean, that's why I'm kind of like a little indifferent with you on that opinion about okay, if you feel like you're paying them, they're not gonna work to satisfy you. Every time I did that, them bitches went above and beyond. It was to the point till one of them even asked me before she left if you want anything else. So I guess it depends
DR
on the provider.
in the
No, no,
DR
no,
or
no, no,
Columbia.
no. Colombia,
Oh, okay. I'm about
Colombia,
to say that don't
Colombia.
sound like DR to me.
That
And
wasn't.
because in the DR they purposely try to do less. They don't
Yes,
even try to earn the money.
yes,
They try to do less.
exactly. Like we try to pay less, they try to do less. It's
Boom.
like a fucking race
There
to the
you go.
bottom between the
There
both
you
of
go.
us. We trying to get close as we can to free, and they trying to get paid for doing nothing.
They trying to
Race to
get
the
close to
bottom.
100. They try to get it close to 100 USD. We try to get it close to free.
Right.
So the middle is 50. Yep. Um.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, we coming
So
up on
like
the
like
2 hours, y'all. Um,
yeah.
I want you to finish
140
telling me about your trip if you don't mind, because we coming up on the 2 hour mark, and
coming up on 2 hours. Yeah,
yeah,
but like I was saying with in the Santo Domingo with that one sexy chick, she wanted that money up front before I got there. So that's even worse than paying them soon as they get there. She wanted it before I even got into the country. She wanted me to wire her the money before I even come into the country. That was just beyond. I said, "Oh hell no! Who the hell started this?" See, a lot of these things we can't. We have to come together and push back against the narrative, or they will become the new norm. the chicks would get used to that. They would get used to guys paying up front. Huh?
Huh?
I was actually, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I was actually going to say I went to Cancun, Mexico for a week, and actually they did that exact same thing what you were saying. Like they wanted me to send them the money through OXXO before coming. I'm not sending you the money up front just for you to bounce. Nah.
For you to not show up. For you to be at the airport, for you to be at the airport waiting for them for 2 hours. Hell fuck no. Hell fuck no.
Johnny, I ain't gonna let you lay that shit down there, boy. You should have told me that 2 hours. Damn.
No.
Yeah.
Because what guarantee do you have that they're gonna show up?
But she was bad. But she was bad. I had to
this one was super bad. The one I'm talking about, super bad. Super bad. To the point I'm gonna keep it real, it had me thinking about it. It had me making deal. I said, you know what? I send you half the money. She wanted all of it. So then I had to really think. My big head had to override my little head. What business person, if she was really about her business, what business person would reasonably and fairly demand all of it up front before they show up? If you had good intentions. If you had good intentions and you were being reasonable and you were being fair, who would demand 100% up front?
Right.
So that right there kicked in. I said, nope, I can't do it. And she was bad. Ooh, she was bad. She was so bad, she had me thinking about it. I'm talking about, you know what? I send you half of it. And I pay you the other half when you get here. No, I want all of it. I said, oh, no.
She trying to clothesline your motherfucking ass, bro.
Woo, like, bam, and so
your fucking ass,
so that's even worse than paying before. You're paying before. So with that being said, I was in Santo Domingo for 3 days. And the Santo Domingo for 3 days for me, it wasn't really the business. It didn't work out like I wanted to. But one thing people were telling me, Santo Domingo they do have a strip, right? They do have a strip on the Malecon. But the biggest thing about Santo Domingo be those casinos and the clubs. Whereas Sosua, yes, Sosua have clubs, but Sosua is known for street action, straight up street action. That's what it's about. Red light district street action. In Sosua, the girls come from all over the island. They all take a bus from all over the island to go to Sosua, and they work the streets. It's street meet. It's a street carnival. Where some of these other places is more connected to casinos and hotels and clubs, not just street meet. So with everything being shut down behind the COVID, it really impacted the Santo Domingo scene. So unfortunately, I ran into that. So after doing 3 days in Santo Domingo, and it was pretty dry. I got a few in, but like you said, OW, they was hard fought. Matter of fact, one of my Santo Domingo victories didn't even come from Santo Domingo at the time up. It came from Boca Chica. So I hooked up with a guy, with a local down there. Well, he's from the States, but now he lives down there. Omari. Shout out to Omari. Omari, he's from the States, but he lives in Boca Chica. Don't be fooled, players. Boss sent that bread. Anyway, yeah, we got trolls. So I went down to Boca Chica and I hooked up with Omari, and Omari showed me around to some casas out there. So I went to one of the casas in Boca Chica, and I hooked up with a mango and a casa. Then I turned around and our bar find the same chica and took her back for overnight. That's how I had to do that one. So then to add to my story. So fast forward, I go up to Sosua. I stay in Sosua for about almost a week, 6-7 days. When I went to Sosua, pussy rate tripled. It just went off the hook again, because Sosua is where you get it in. I know it has a rep. It has a reputation. It has a shady, seedy reputation. That being said, it is what it is. It's fuckery central. When you talk about DR, Dominican Republic, and you talk about the fuckery, you're talking about Sosua. And so when I went to Sosua, the pussy rate tripled. So I did Sosua for about a week, and that is what it is. So on my way out, I had to fly out of Santo Domingo. So I came in Santo Domingo, I had to fly out Santo Domingo. So after doing a week in Sosua, I went back down towards Santo Domingo. I said, you know what? Instead of me spending my last day in Santo Domingo, let me spend my last day in Boca Chica, which, they're not too far from each other. Because again, when I came in, I did my first 3 days in Santo Domingo. I did my first 3 days in Santo Domingo. Then I did a week in Sosua. So for my last day, I was originally going to do my last day in Santo Domingo, but I said, let me do my last day in
Lastly,
Boca
hold
Chica.
that. Hold that one
Mm-hmm.
thought. Last day in Boca
Last day,
Chica.
Boca
Remember those
Chica.
words. I gotta pay the bills. I've been getting some cash apps from you fellas, and I want to tell y'all I'm deeply humbled. I deeply appreciate all that y'all do. So I want to give y'all a shout out. First, I want to give a shout out to Marcus, Big Marcus. He's free.
Oh,
What kind of bird don't fly?
right.
I'm fucking with your Mark, bro. That's an inside joke. You know what it is, bro. Thanks for the cash app. P Berry, P Berry. Appreciate the love, man. You know what I'm saying? We try to entertain, do the best we can. Appreciate the shout out. Charles Tompkins, I appreciate the cash app. And my brother K Mac in the building. Good looking out, fam. All right, man. Let her rip. Last day there.
Let it
What you
rip.
had said? Let her rip.
My,
What's
la-
in
my
Boca
last
Chica?
my last day there, my last day I spent in Boca Chica, which is interesting enough. The Santo Domingo Airport is basically in Boca Chica. Did you trip on that? I didn't know that at first.
I
So
didn't
somebody
either.
told.
Cause this is what I
Yeah.
did. When I first got there, I had a place in Zona Colonial. So I got a
Mhm.
cab all the way to Zona Colonial, which mind you, that shit was damn near fucking like 8,800 pesos or some shit. I
Yeah.
forgot. It was
Yeah.
damn near $20. Make a
It's
long
about
story
that.
short.
Between 8 to 10,000.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, spend all this fucking money to get down here. So when shit got rocky, I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to change location. That's when I went to Boca Chica. When I was
Right.
riding back and I saw the airport, then I literally rode like 3 more minutes and I was in Boca Chica. I'm like, what the
Yep.
fuck? You know what I'm saying? I say, if this
Right.
shit works out, I won't go back to Zona Colonial. And when I got to Boca Chica, everything just changed like overnight. Like I saw the bright
Overnight.
light. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As a matter of
Exactly.
fact, I'm gonna let y'all know, a little something right now about my travel plans. I will be back in Dominican Republic this month, like very
Wow.
soon this month.
August? Not even September.
Yeah,
August?
yes, August. I will be back
Wow.
in Santo Domingo every month. I told y'all a long time ago, I try to go somewhere every month. Now, had Colombia been open, I'd have been in Colombia every month.
Right.
But
Right.
since DR is open and I found
Yeah.
out how to move, see, that's the key
Mm.
thing about traveling. Once you know
Yeah.
how to move, anywhere is good for you. You know what I'm saying? And Boca
True.
Chica is laid back, and I know how to move there now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I really want to unpack that Boca Chica. Like I said, and I know we're gonna bring this to a close. My last day was in Boca Chica. Originally it was scheduled to be in Santo Domingo, but like I said, on the front side of my trip, I I had so less of an experience in Santo Domingo. I said, let my last day be in Boca Chica. And man, I should have did that first because, like you said, once I went to Boca Chica, it turned up. And where I was staying, thanks to you, OW, shout out to you. You the one that put me on the spot to stay in Boca Chica. What, the Tropical Gardens 2, right? Residence
Yes. Yes.
Tropical Gardens 2. And that shit was a tropical. Inside the interior of the compound, it looked like a
Yeah.
damn jungle up in there.
Fuck
So
you
it was
right.
real beautiful. And then it was around the corner. And guess it, look how my trip came full circle. It was literally around the corner from the first casa I went to out there. Now, when I went to that first casa almost 2 weeks before, I didn't know around the corner was a hotel. And almost 2 weeks later, I would end up at that hotel. So that's just crazy. That's a universe how everything
Right.
came full circle. Full
Right.
circle. My very last day in Boca Chica, that hotel was around the corner from that same casa. So yes, before I left, I walked over it. I literally, you go up to the street, up to the corner, and you make a left, and it's not even half the block. You make a big L, you're at the casa.
It's
So I kicked.
150 steps. Count it out.
Wow, it's close. I
Yeah,
said
it's
that's
literally close.
clutch.
Yeah.
And I hear that's like one of like 3 or 4 or 5 out there. I don't know how many is open, But hell,
Right.
with that one being literally right around the corner, you almost don't have to hit no other ones because, as you know, a casa normally has a stable of girls. It might have what 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, depending on how many girls are happen to be there at that time on that shift. So a casa is going to have like a stable of girls. So
Right.
really, you're literally living around the corner from a casa that has a stable of girl. So yeah, I hit it up right before I went to the airport. It was a great experience. When I go back, I definitely want to unpack Boca Chica because I know Boca Chica got good beaches and shit like that. But I was only there for one day. Like I said, I went there for my last day so I can be close to the airport. And when my taxi picked me up from that hotel, we got to the airport in not even 10 minutes.
That's it. That's it. 10 minutes, man. Yeah, it done. I mean, you can't. It's from if you look at it at a cost perspective wise and time, you really can save a lot going to Boca Chica because the grocery store is right there. You have
Right.
all those places to eat at. You got one casa to your left. There's a
Literally.
hotel down the street in front of Boca Grande. I have to show
Okay.
you that spot. But
Yeah,
that
I didn't
hotel,
even get that far.
right there at around 8 o'clock, all the girls just post
You,
up
you
right
was
there.
telling me, but yeah, that didn't happen. Real fast on my last day was actually we got stormed out. It was raining and storming.
Oh
So much
shit.
so, so much so, it was the threat of them shutting down the flight. Now, ultimately, they let the flight slide through, but it was raining and storming on my last day. So that killed all that action. But funny, you still had the casa right around the corner. So that place is clutch.
Right. That's definitely clutch. You can't really go wrong with that, man. I mean, even if they
Yeah,
got
so
20 motherfuckers in there, it ain't no way you'll be able to get to all of them if you
You
just
you
go
can't, yeah,
by there.
you're not gonna fuck all of them.
You
Even
right.
even in that one spot,
Yeah,
even in that one
that's what
spot,
I'm saying.
they're gonna at least have about a dozen. If it's low numbers, they might have like 7 or 8 low numbers, 7 or 8 dozen. When they have full capacity, they got 15, 20 chicks in there. You're not
Bro,
gonna fuck 15, 20 chicks.
I
So
saw
you literally
four of them
you
that I just
you
had to fucking have, dog.
you can just literally just go back every day or twice a day.
And
Your
you,
whole trip, your whole
yeah,
trip could just be your whole trip could basically you could just eat off that casa.
straight
I
up.
mean, you know what I'm saying? But hey, to answer the question, that bar fine was 150 US, so it was kind of steep. 150 USD, the bar
Damn.
fine
You know
for
you
all
can
night,
rent
but for
rooms
12
there,
hours,
right?
huh?
You can rent rooms there. You know that, right? I
I
mean, you
didn't
can
quite
actually
know
stay
that.
there. Yeah,
Stay
you
there,
can get.
yeah,
Yeah, you
because
can
it
get
was
your
set up. It's
own.
set up like a little motel. It's not set up like a hotel. Yeah, I could tell. It's set up like a motel.
You see those
Okay, that makes
rooms
sense.
when
I
you
saw
sit
them,
down, those rooms at the
and
top. That's the
yeah,
ones they rent out to you. Like if you want to come stay there, and it's $15 a night. You can stay there
what?
for 15. Yeah, you can stay there for $15 a night. Go dry, walk back downstairs, pick another one, and go back upstairs.
2,500. Yeah, so real fast. The average prices for the chicas at that casa, 2,500 peso. 2,500 peso for short time. Now, if you want to bar find them and take them back with you, they're gonna hit you over the head for 150 US.
Oh yeah, they're gonna Captain
150.
Caveman your fucking ass.
But yeah, but that's 12 hours. But you have her for 12 hours, and she's basically your slave for 12 hours.
Whoa,
Yeah,
wait. Back up. You said
12 hours.
150 for 12 hours?
150 for 12 hours.
That's not getting
Um,
hit over the head. That's a fucking deal.
you're right. I mean, for 12 hours, and just doing whatever you want to do for 12 hours for 150.
Oh man, I'm in the building. Thank you, boss.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah,
boss. I'm gonna go back
mhm,
this
Wait,
month.
12
I'm
hours for
going. Oh,
150?
yeah.
yeah.
I can't.
This
I need
guy,
24 hours.
Say, bro.
I hear you,
Sorry, I
man.
need 24
I
hours.
hear, I
I
hear,
feel
I
you.
hear,
Do the
I hear you,
math,
bro.
bro. Divide 12 by 150.
Yeah, that's a little more than 10. That's a little more than 10 because $10 an hour would be 120. So what's that? What 11, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 144. I know some math. Less than $13. Less than $13 an hour.
$13 an hour.
$13 an hour. Less than, so 12.75. 12.75 an
12.75.
hour.
Tell me one place in the United States you can go buy some pussy for $13 an hour, and she ain't toothless, meth head. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gonna find it in the
Ragamuffin,
U.S. You ain't gonna find it in the
pincushion built
U.S.
bitch. That's what I'm. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. So I'm just saying, 150 is a good price, bro,
Yeah,
for
it
12
is.
hours, dog. I mean,
It is.
damn, dog. Oh, I
And you
can't,
and,
man.
She's all yours. She's literally all yours. She's all yours
Negotiate that
to
still
do
down.
whatever you
I'm
want to
not gonna
do.
lie to you. I'll negotiate that down.
Well, do I
Nope.
gotta feed the
Yeah,
motherfucker too? Or she bring
yeah,
her own
pretty much.
lunch?
No. So it's gonna be with that. So it's gonna be with that. So you're gonna feed her if you got drink and all that kind of stuff. The ambiance kick. So now you can really open her up to for her own self to get real freaky and do whatever. Because you guys gonna be stuck with each other for 12 hours. So yeah, you can really have it your way. Now, to be honest, the real reason I did that time, and I'm not mad I did, I'm glad I did at least once for the bucket list. But the reason I did it was tactical though. Remember, that was right when the curfew kicked in. It's trip. When I first went there, they didn't have the curfew right away. They had the curfew, and the curfew went away when they let the tourists come.
Right.
Within my first 2 or 3 days there, they reinstituted the curfew. So it's like they changed the rules. They changed the rules at halftime. I'm already there, and now you implement the curfew while I'm there. So I had to think on my feet. So I said, okay. It's already been slow in Santo Domingo. It's already been slow. It's been hard fought. I got down there 30 contacts pregame, 30 pregame. They all flaking. They all playing games. Nobody wanted to come through. They changing prices. They got excuses. I was able to get one. It's hard. It's few and far in between. I go to the casa, have a good experience at the casa. But even to have a good experience at casa, I'm thinking, my mind is always thinking ahead. I said, look, clock is ticking. I have to hurry up and get something before 7 o'clock. And this is before, and funny, this is before I found out about the taxi. I told you, I found out about the taxis mid-trip. This whole trip was a learning experience. So here it is. I'm at the casa. Just had a great experience. I'm about to leave the casa and go back to an empty hotel room with the curfew fast approaching. So I made a G move. I said, you know what? Give me her. She's coming with me all night. 150. And that's what it was. And that was my last night in Santo Domingo. And the very next day, I took my ass to Sosua. So I got it in. Learning experience.
I'm gonna have to hit up Sosua because everybody's been talking about Sosua.
You have to. You have to hit up Sosua at some point in time. It is what it is. But Sosua is where it's at. They go from all over the island to go work Sosua. Sosua is like their Vegas.
Well,
Sosua is like their.
I might be looking at some tickets then.
Mm-hmm. And so if you're going to do Sosua, the easiest way to get there is fly in through the airport POP, Puerto Plata Airport, POP. What some guys do, but just know if you fly into POP to be close to Sosua, the ticket is going to be at least $100 or $200 more than versus if you were to fly in through Santiago or fly into Santo Domingo. So it's a balance. You have to see what's right for you. So some guys, they don't want to play with the taxis and the bus. They'll pay the premium and they'll fly into POP to be close to Sosua. This next trip, I'm going to do it. I did both. My very first trip, I flew into POP so I could be close, but then I wanted to save a buck. So I flew farther away to Santiago to catch a cab. And I said, Then this time I went to Santo Domingo and had to take almost 5 hours to take a taxi up to Sosua. So depending on if it works for you, just fly into POP. Pay the extra money, fly into POP. You're 15 minutes away from the fuckery. POP airport.
Sometimes convenience is everything, so I wouldn't mind.
Exactly. You know what? And I even had to come to that grip because guess what? We don't have forever to be there. Every hour is precious. And then you got to think about this. This is the one. Going back, you're not trying to play. You're not trying to play with missing no flight. You're not trying to play with nothing like Johnny Hisu talking about raw dog and his dick gonna fall off. Yeah, this guy is too funny. This Brian Bourne guy, he's a comedian. His whole thing is to troll everybody, but you gotta love him. You gotta love Brian Bourne. He likes to troll everybody. He's a troller.
I'll give it to him.
He's a troller. But you know what? You can't beat the internet. So you got to roll with the punch. You got to laugh with it. And we're all about having fun, right? We're all about having fun. We only got one life to live.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, but going back before we end this real fast, yeah, the thing about if you're really trying to do Sosua on the north side, Sosua near Puerto Plata, you want to fly into POP for Sosua, you're about 15 minutes away, but they're gonna tax you for the convenience. But again, that works when you're trying to leave because you don't want to miss no flight and anything can happen. So in that regards, I think tactical is tactical to be close to the airport so you don't play no game, which is why like even Santo Domingo, go to Boca Chica. So that's what I did. So my last day was in Boca Chica so I can be 10, 15 minutes away from the airport. But mind you, it took me 4 hours to get from Sosua back down to Boca Chica. Troll, shit, I'm speaking fat. This guy.
You know something? I tell you what, I'm definitely gonna have to do what you. Like I said, I've been listening to you guys, and like I said, there's so much out there to explore in the
It is,
DR, and
man.
it's not just Santo Domingo.
Right, yeah, right. I said that before. It's other parts of the island I want to check out. You have Boca Chica, you have La Vega, you have San Cristobal. It's a beautiful island. I never been to Punta Cana yet. Punta Cana, Cabarete, Puerto Plata proper. Sosua is on the outskirts of Puerto Plata, but Puerto Plata is its own place, and they say the women are nicer there. They say the women are actually nicer in Puerto Plata than Sosua. So you got Puerto Plata, you got Cabarete, you got Punta Cana, you got Boca Chica, you got La Vega, you got Santiago. So it's a beautiful island, and so we just got to get out and explore it.
Oh, he's hilarious.
You're going to catch the Sioux flu.
That's all right. I'll get that Sioux flu for a little bit.
But you know what? Real fast, I guess while we in overtime, we got the clock still rolling. We in overtime right now. I am with you to the point of raw head. Everyone who knows Big Boss know Big Boss. I do not pay for condom head. I do not pay for condom. I do condom sex for a reason, vaginal sex, pussy sex, whatever. But for blowjobs, I don't pay for condom blowjobs. Me, I do what they call the BBBJ, bareback blowjobs. I don't pay for condom head. It's stupid. I want now on some free shit, like if I'm dating a regular chick, a civilian chick, and we go on 2-3 dates and blah blah blah, and for the first time she want to feel safe and she want to go down on me with a condom, I will allow that. But if we're talking a money situation, a pay for play, a prostitute, a whore, a money situation, when I'm paying you, I'm not gonna pay for a condom blowjob. Hell no. You're gonna suck my raw dick.
Well, that's why I said to each. That's why I said to each his own. Everybody's different. Everybody's different.
Yeah. We're the same, but you take it the next step, and you raw all the way around. You raw 360. You want the pussy raw. Wow. Hey man, more power to you.
I like my natural sex.
Oh yeah, I love it too. Sex. Okay. Well, and while we talking, I do every trip I do try to get a couple of raw sex ones too. So don't get it twisted. But my thing is that's not the hill I die on. That's not my requirement for every chick to get raw pussy. But it is my requirement for raw head. For raw head. Oh yeah.
Here's the thing for me, and this is where people get it misconceptuated with, is I don't do that to every single girl. Like I said, when I go to any country, whether it's Colombia, Brazil, I try to keep one woman. So if I'm doing that with just one person, it's okay. Now, I would never, and this is where people mess up, I would never do 10 or 15 women raw dog. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh,
what
okay.
I'm saying is if I find one woman that is going to cater, that's going to take care of me, then yeah, I'm going to do it raw. That's just what it is.
That makes a little more sense.
Multiple women. And when I say multiple, we're talking about 10 plus women. Well, then, yeah, I might wrap it up. But even, I can't do what you, I think earlier you talking about 23 women. I can't do that. That's something I can't do.
23, baby. I put the numbers on the board. 23.
After my first 3 nuts, I'm done. Well, maybe I needed some Viagra and some other stuff. But, yeah, I can't do that. Now, that's what, again, OW is a witness to.
But that's 10 days. That was within 10 days.
For the 5 days.
actually got to witness that firsthand. I had front row seats to the fuckery. It was all the way lit, you know. It was a sight to see, you know.
You know
I
what's the
mean,
most
even
amazing?
when our first couple of days, I was
I didn't even
scuffling. You
blurt
just
this out
rolling them
there.
motherfuckers in
But
there.
you know, like I said, after that little situation, you know, and I was really wanting some angry sex. Now I walked, I think it was a tourist area in Santo Domingo, and there had a lot of people, you know, asking, "Oh, you know, you're American, you want a massage?" No, I don't want a massage. But I'll tell you this much: there was one woman, and I ain't even gonna lie to you. Um, I actually fucked her behind the trash can. I ain't even gonna lie.
Wow. Wow. I'm
The
not mad
fuck?
at you. That's like a bucket list type shit, so on some kink shit.
Yeah,
On
it
some-
was a
on-
fetish. It was a
yeah,
fetish.
yeah, like a fetish, like bucket list, the
Yep,
fear of
yep.
getting caught. We all got our own little kinks,
You know,
For not getting caught?
hey, I skidded all over her face,
Yeah.
gave her
Look
her
at this
little
guy.
1,200 pesos, and kept it
Behind the
moving.
dumpster?
What? 1,200? So you fucked her raw. You fucked her raw. No
Yeah,
condom. Pussy. Fucked the
I fucked her
pussy,
wrong, but I
bent
skidded
over
on
from
her
the back,
face.
and
1,200 pesos, and kept it moving
1,200 peso behind the dumpster.
behind the dumpster. Yep.
This guy, hey,
Bro, I'm scared. I want to know what the fuck she looked like. Because that's some shit, dog. Because they had a girl out there on the condo that we saw that was close to the apartment. I hope that ain't the one you talking
why? She
about.
got something?
No, man. She just like she done been through the ringer, man.
Even let me say something.
You know what saying? Go, you get what you pay for.
Even my little
I'm
fat
just
girl
saying.
that I brought over, you know what I'm saying? Now she got emotional, and you know, she was, you know, in love with me or whatever, you know, but I just have to get in her face in the shower. Same thing.
This guy.
Get
So
all
you
over
be
her
using
face.
these girl faces for
I
target
like this
practice.
guy.
He just pull his
This guy.
schlong out and use their face for target practice. That's pretty much his kink.
And guess
Facial.
what? But guess what happened after that though? After I skid
Well,
over her face, she went
yeah.
in there and cooked me breakfast. So we good.
Yeah, I remember I
And,
heard them popping
and
tags
some
and
of that
shit.
off her face fell into your eggs. So you got extra protein.
Only big boss. Only this
Ah,
fucking world, dog. Only what you think of some shit like that. Oh man. Boy, you ain't
have
living right,
mercy.
bro. You ain't
Have
living right.
Yeah,
mercy.
bro. Hey,
Okay. Hey,
if any of you men, y'all
we
need to
need
try
help.
that fat pussy. Real good.
Fat pussy,
Nah,
huh?
dog.
Yes,
Let
sir.
me tell you, I done been down that road and I'm not traveling down it again. You
Oh,
know
he
what I'm
Especially if you
right.
gotta
I
saying?
pay.
am different.
Especially if
He
you gotta
right
pay
about
for
that.
it. Especially if you gotta pay
Yeah.
for it. If it's
That's like
free, maybe.
that's like an Eskimo playing for ice. Like who does that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like fat pussy should be free. I'm just saying.
Right. And
You
even
want to
then I'm gonna
do it?
focus on the head.
Now, here's the thing about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be 100% real with y'all. That fat girl gave me the best head of my life.
Well, no. Fat girl can suck dick, bro.
Oh
No
yeah,
cap.
we ain't saying we not saying
Man,
that. Yes.
she woke me up with the morning head. All right, morning head. That was the
Yeah.
most. Man, bro. I said, all right, but you want it? You about to get it. Skid all over her face again. She,
Oh,
she, she,
again, huh? Damn.
she was
Paint
good.
time. Paint time. This guy.
He's a
I
Larry
could have
Picasso, man.
you know, honestly, I probably wish I could have just busted in her, you know, in her ears, her eyes, all that shit. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Yeah. Say that.
Okay. Well,
Say that.
fellas,
Yeah, it's getting lit now. It's getting lit.
Lord, this Johnny, he don't hold back. Johnny L.A., he do not hold back. He came to bring the
Johnny,
pain today.
yeah, he
Whatever's on
did.
his mind,
If
he
I don't
just
keep it
said.
real, then what am I talking on for? What am I here for if I can't be real? No, I'm gonna be real about it.
There you go.
You know, that's all right. You know, like I said, at the end of the day, I tell you what, my little fat fetish came through. The most important was I got several nuts, and I didn't pay her because she got emotional. She's like, "We're gonna be together," you know, and I didn't pay for it. I didn't pay
You be,
for it.
I see what your game is now, bro. Like you be saying you don't tell them motherfuckers nothing, but I see what your game is now. I done caught on to it. You get them poor little peasant girls over there. You sell them motherfuckers a Western dream, and you just
Yep.
abuse their face, their pussy, and everything else. And you send them on their fucking way. That's what you do. You use a
Yeah.
womanizer.
I got a dude like that in my group, a white boy, and I always accuse him of selling fake relationships. He likes to go to the Philippines, and he does those Filipinos like that. And he likes the regular chicks. He don't like the working girls or prostitutes. He try to get the civilian chicks from the villages, and he sells them dreams like, oh, I'm gonna be with you, you my girlfriend. He use them up and then send them packing. And that to me, that's kind of despicable, bro. That's kind of that's
You gonna pay for it? It's the same damn thing. The only difference is you just talking. You just telling them what they need to hear.
nah.
It's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
guess,
despicable,
bro. You know what? That's not. But okay, I'm gonna say this. That's not keeping it real, though. So
But
that's not keeping it
I'm
real.
gonna be, you know what? But if we're gonna be real, the first girl I had for the 5 days, if we're gonna be real about it, each
Hmm.
night that we slept together, I did develop feelings. I ain't gonna lie. I did develop some feelings. You know, when you
Did that
sleep with
make
the
it
woman
better?
and you wake up next to her, it's a
No.
little different. It's a
Okay,
little
so
different.
so before we end this, you got her pregnant. So are you gonna send her money every month?
When I take a DNA test and make sure it's mine, absolutely.
Okay. You're not gonna be a deadbeat. You're gonna take care of your
Absolutely
responsibility.
not. That's
You,
one thing
you-
I refuse to be as a deadbeat. I will
okay,
take care of
right on,
mine.
right on, right on. Okay. Hey, that's all. That's all you can say. Man up. That's all you can say.
Well, my thing is, my mom always said this: if you're gonna lay down with the girl and you make it, you need to take care of it. So I will do it. I'm gonna take care of it as long as it's mine.
Right. Right. Okay. Do you have any
We'll
kids
have an
already?
update. We'll have an
Would-
update on it.
Do you have any kids already, or will this be your first?
Well, I mean, if we're gonna be real, this is probably another. I did get a girl pregnant in Colombia, so that's baby number two.
Okay, but it's not born yet. She just pregnant. It's
No,
No,
she's
not
no, she
born.
born.
pregnant. The one,
She
the one in Colombia, yeah, she just had the
she's
baby.
here.
No, she had the baby. It came.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Oh wow. You got the paternity test yet?
Not yet. That's why I ain't sending no money yet.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But
All
when I
right.
go to
So
Colombia
so
next month,
so,
I'm
so
not
you,
going
do
to
you
see her.
you plan to make some more babies?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. As long as the nut's strong enough, yeah.
Okay. So like if you go to Thailand, do you ever plan to go to any Asian country, Thailand or Philippines?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I actually that is on my bucket list to go to Thailand. Because everybody was telling me you can get women out there even cheaper, like what 1,000 baht or 500 baht
Yep.
or something. They were telling me.
Yep. 700, 5, 7, 1,000. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna have to hit up the Thailand. Yeah.
Okay. And if you go to Thailand, are you down with making any Thai babies, mixing your seed?
Of
Okay.
course.
So what is your master plan? You trying to repopulate the world in your image to mix your
Absolutely.
seed with everything?
I'm just gonna bust it in, break it down.
Break it down. Are you gonna
Wow.
make a baby? You gonna make a baby in Brazil?
Honestly, Brazil is not really my area, but if it happens, yeah. Ecuador, Brazil, Cuba. Yep.
Okay. So I mean, not to pocket watch you, but I mean you financially secured it to be able to do all this, right?
Oh
To
no,
pay for
sir.
all these, huh?
Oh no, sir.
Okay.
I'm just going. I'm just
No,
going. I'm
sir.
just
You
going
heard
around the
him? He
world.
answered clearly. No, I am not.
I'm just
Okay.
going across the world.
You going across the world and you're making babies. You're gonna have to pay for all these babies, man. What's your plan to pay for these babies?
They're not. Let me tell you something. They're not part of the U.S., so they won't find me. That's only
Oh,
That dude, hey, bro.
you
That
just
dude's
you
heartless, dog. He
you just
heartless,
said
bro.
you won't be a deadbeat though, bro.
I
What's
won't be a
going on,
deadbeat.
man?
But what I'm saying is okay. We'll say it like this: if all these babies are mine, then yeah, I'm gonna figure out a way to take care of them, or I'll just get on welfare. That's taking care of them too.
They don't
Same thing.
have welfare in other countries. They don't have welfare like the
I'll
fucking
bring them to the
the
states.
safety net that we have here, dog. We don't have this shit. What's the
How,
word I'm
how,
looking
well,
for?
how about how about you don't be preemptive and just don't make babies everywhere? How about that? How about
Well,
you just don't make the
because
baby?
I like my natural sex, and I'm not gonna get out of it. I'm not gonna
Okay,
just put my shit out.
how about you do this? You get the operation and you get fixed a vasectomy.
Absolutely not. That's even worse. against my
Why?
religion.
Oh, but your religion, you can fuck whores on your religion and not be
Absolutely.
married?
I do it as much as I want when I want. I'm not getting no
What
surgery.
religion is that? What religion is that?
That's the regular religion.
The regular
My
religion.
religion.
Oh,
Johnny's religion.
Oh, your
not even.
religion.
I got you.
Oh,
Woo. All right, so it's been real.
This is a fucking piece. Folks,
To
we cannot make
this
this
shit
shit
epic.
up. We cannot make this shit up. You know what
Bro,
I'm saying?
all I
I'm
gotta see
telling you.
y'all don't know
I'm
me.
still trying to figure out
I'm a real
this dude.
I'm real about it.
This Negro said his
Do
religion. What
something.
religion? My religion.
The
Johnny
Johnny religion, man.
The
The
Temple
book,
of Johnny. Where the fuck is the
man.
Temple of
The
Johnny?
Matthew, the gospel according to Johnny.
You know, if I
Damn.
could, I would show my face to show I'm real about this. Because let me tell you something. What people don't realize about me is I'm gonna get mine at the end of the day, whether it's Thailand, Brazil, Cuba, Colombia, wherever. If it's mine and it gets my nut, then it is what it is. It's gonna happen. It's gonna go down.
The troll stuck again. The troll struck again.
He is only member.
Yeah,
Man,
yep.
Brian Bourne been
Y'all
throwing fucking
need to
haymakers
follow the
all night,
brothers.
dog. Damn. Oh man, bro, I done heard it all, bro. Like that part right there, you kind of like you really, damn.
Somebody
Oh, yeah.
outdid Big Boss. Somebody finally outdid Big Boss. Wow.
This is what you say.
I give it to you, man.
You gonna put him on welfare, but how you gonna put him on welfare in another country? That's where you lost me.
I
at,
told you I'm gonna ship them to the States.
But you gotta marry him to ship him here.
You do? I don't know that. Oh, you do know our president Trump is not playing with that shit, right? That's his
Trump's
main
gonna be out of
thing.
office next election day.
Oh, Biden's gonna beat him?
Oh, yeah, Biden's definitely gonna beat him.
Oh, wow.
What? Did you
Okay.
hear that press conference that Biden just recently had?
Yeah, he said he said black people are not what did he say? He said something.
He referred to the he referred to the
I'm gonna be real about
called him a
this.
junkie. Called him a junkie.
Cocaine.
Right.
Yeah, he's on
Yeah.
cocaine. So you take
he called him a junkie.
cocaine before you come on to do
Right.
the show.
A black
Come on, man.
I think some of these men in the chat
Come
room,
on, man.
sometimes I think they be scared. They scared to do what we doing. They scared.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You can't be scared.
Woo. I guess when you get into this travel life, you meet it takes all types, huh?
Oh,
that's right.
man.
All of
Ain't
it.
no limit to this shit, dog.
No limit, boy. Master P.
Just when you woke up and you thought you heard it all, along comes a Johnny L.A.
Johnny Ali.
Fuck you, man.
The gospel according to Johnny, his own religion.
His own religion.
Johnnyism.
Straight up.
Okay.
His own religion.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm gonna handle this little Mexican one. I'm gonna get it.
Is the Mexican with you right now?
Yeah, she's with me right now. She right next door to me right now. She right here.
Tell her say hola. Tell her say hi.
Oh, here. Amor. Come on. Say hola.
Hola.
Ooh. Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo está bien?
¿En serio?
Hola, muy bien. ¿Y usted?
Ooh.
Hasta ahora todo bien. No me puedo quejar.
Yeah, she right here next to me right now.
Okay.
Matter of fact, you know what? Here, matter of fact, just I guess some people talking about, yeah, he ain't got nobody next to him, so we gonna flip it.
Oh shit! Damn,
hold on,
Johnny.
bro. Hold on, man. Hola. You know what I'm saying?
You's a bad man.
You don't want to holler
a bad
Big Boss.
man.
I'm Big Boss, baby. I'm Big Boss. Hey, what's up with it?
God damn.
Lose that beginning and get with a winner.
Oh, come on, boss man. Go sit your ass down somewhere. Go sit down somewhere, boss man. How you sleep at night?
Man, lose that beginning and get with a winner. You know what I'm saying? Oh man.
Mucho
Okay.
gusto.
Ella muy linda. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Tu
I see you.
ojos. Yeah. Tu
So ain't nobody
boca.
playing. Ain't
Sí.
nobody
Bueno.
playing.
Bueno. Bueno.
Johnny, I
Bonita.
tell you what, you done
Bonita.
made these motherfuckers some believers. They may be in the chat, but they went on hush mode just now. They ain't saying too much of nothing. They like,
Johnny is.
oh, okay, okay, hold on. Let me see what they're saying.
Johnny is.
Jay Clyde. Jay Clyde. Jay
Not
Clyde.
tolerated.
Where that shit went at? Hold on, man. I think Jay Clyde moved his fucking. Hold on, bro. Oh man, hold on.
She tell her, hey, she need to hook me up with her friend though.
She got
Tell her
a
she need
couple
to hook up
friends from
Big
the
Boss.
she got a couple friends from the bar.
Okay, okay,
Hey, I think I may be taking me a trip to Mexico with you,
okay.
Johnny L.A. Because I want you. If she got some friends that look good as
And
her,
I already know that you baptized her in Johnnyism, so it's going to be what you say.
Oh yeah, she about to have it. Yeah, she about to get it too.
Okay,
damn.
okay.
She
Hey, hey.
she already took care of it.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Round one. You already had a round one, huh?
That's round
Okay.
6.
he
Wow.
said
Already. Okay.
boy.
Okay.
Well, for all
Okay.
y'all out there who thought I was bullshitting, I was just making this shit up about this man. Y'all just seen the fucking receipts just now. All right, so this ain't just some fantasy or some make believe friend that I just pulled out of my ass that don't exist. You seen it for yourself, and it is what it is. The proof is in the pudding. So you think he got some big funny built ugly ass battle axe laid up in the bed with him? That could be further from the truth. You just saw it for your own self right here on OW504 with Big Boss. It is what it is.
Man. Facts.
Jesus Christ. Well, on that note, we have any closing words, fellas? That y'all like to share with the fellas in the chats or whatnot? You know,
Oh, sorry, my bad.
they giving you props over here, Johnny. They say short and nice, bro.
Yeah. She nice.
Yeah,
She
they're
cute.
giving you props, dog. They giving you props in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Oh, bro.
Oh yeah, she just told me she got friends. So when you're ready, you come OW. She got someone for you.
Yeah, that's all I need
What,
to hear.
what about Big Boss? What about Grand
Oh,
Hefe?
you too. She got something for you too. When y'all
Okay, there
ready.
we go. That's what we want to hear. That's what the chat want to hear.
Yeah, she got something ready for you.
Ooh wee.
All
And
right.
I already know you're gonna get their mind right. I want the same thing you got. Johnnyism.
Damn, bro. So so what's we gonna have to do? That's fucked up. We gonna have a Raw Dog Records get together. You know
Raw,
what I'm saying? That's what it's
raw
gonna be
dog,
called. Raw Dog Records.
raw
That's it.
dog
You know,
record.
we all
When we
gonna
come
go
on,
down.
when we come on the next podcast, she gonna be pregnant.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Johnny Brown, I don't know when to start with you. I be clowning, dog, but I gotta realize your ass for real with that shit, dog. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go raw or we gonna go home when we go to
Okay,
Mexico. You heard me?
okay. If anybody in the chat room has watched Power and you saw how Ghost fucked the shit out of that girl, did anybody watch Power?
I don't watch
I don't
those
watch it.
type of shows.
I don't watch it. I don't.
Yeah,
But I know the characters, but I don't follow the show though like that. I know the character though.
yeah. I watch
But
documentaries and stuff like that. I don't really
And
watch.
y'all gotta watch it. It's
No,
gonna be
no,
it's
I
gonna be
know about
bad
it.
bitch.
No, I know about it. I just don't. I don't follow it. But yeah, I know it's all the rage. But yeah, man. Well, yeah, man. I
yeah.
feel you. I feel you.
Oh, Doug, you gotta come to TJ. You gotta come out
Oh,
here.
hey, look. If she got some friends that look remotely decent as her, I got some time. Like I told you, I got a country to go to every month. This month in August, I'm
Look,
going
I'll
back
make
to
sure of it.
next
Well,
month.
there's not
I'm
gonna
gonna.
you're not gonna get played.
So real fast. So Johnny John. So you live in Los Angeles. You live in L.A.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I live in LA.
Okay. So you know I'm out here in Cali. I live in Oakland in the Bay Area.
Oh, okay, so you're only like 4 or 5 hours from me. You're not that. It's not that bad.
Right. And so
Give or
real
take with my
fast.
driving.
Yeah, before we leave real fast. So in my group, real talk with what Big Boss, you got me messing up. I got a dude in my group who lives in San Diego, and he goes down to Tijuana at least 1 to 2 times a month. So
No,
I'm supposed to be
Oakland.
going with him.
Oakland. Oakland.
Yeah, yeah, Oakland.
Oh yeah, she's asking me where are you? That's what she was
I
asking me.
heard that. Hey, shit, tell her I'm right here, baby. I'm not too far. I'm a phone call away. You
Listen to
understand? You
mine, bro.
understand what I'm saying? But
Listen to
Hey,
yeah,
mine.
goddamn, boss, how you sleep at night, man?
well,
Damn.
I'm just
Look,
saying though. I'm just
yeah, I hear you.
it just came out, man. It just came, the ism, the Oakland ism came out, man. Hey, he got Johnnyism, I got Oaklandism, man. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no,
On
you
the
got
10 toe.
bossism. That what that is, bossism. That was
Oh, okay, well that too. It's all good.
the crazy.
Hey, man. Hey, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Yeah. So I got a dude in my group, and he lives in San Diego, and he be going down to TJ like once or twice a month. I'm supposed to go with him,
Yeah, no,
but
we gonna definitely. Like I said,
we
I'll
can
give
link
y'all
up.
a
We can
room.
all link. We can all link up like Voltron, man, and we could connect. We could connect like Voltron. You know what I'm saying? Make it a West Coast thing and invite OW. Show our OW how Cali do it.
Oh, I'm about that shit, dog. I
She
just
want to get back
I
on the
was supposed
camera.
to be in TJ this month, but my times came back. Lord have mercy. Look at them
She
teeth
look
though.
kind of Asian almost. She look
I
kind of
know, yeah, she
Asian,
actually Asian, man. Are you in
right? Don't
Pattaya
she?
right now?
He in
You
Pattaya. He in Bangkok.
in you know,
Yeah, bro.
yeah,
Okay.
dog. Yeah, bro, she got that work, dog. She ain't no pork rind either. Yeah, she get
She
that.
about to get it.
Hey,
Keep it
mate.
simple, boy.
Yeah,
Swear,
dang.
I fold her ass
Hey,
up like a fucking pretzel,
hey,
man.
hey, hey.
Oh man, look at
What's up?
old boy doing the Oaktown shuffle over here, man.
Hey, man. I said,
Boy, I
shit,
can't
man.
wait for y'all Negroes, bro. Hey, look, y'all Negroes is crazy. I'm calling it a night. But look,
Oh,
y'all
man.
heard it here first. The Go Raw or Go Home tour is gonna be in Tijuana next month.
Johnnyism,
It's gonna be
bossism,
some Johnnyism going down.
OWism in the house.
OWism. You got some bossism. You know what I'm saying?
Man, and some schismism.
Yeah, we gonna shoot some clubs up, man. But yeah,
Yes,
bro.
sir. Yes,
Look,
sir.
Jay Clyde said, keep your mains away from Johnny.
He gonna squirt him up.
He gonna squirt him up.
Squirt him up.
That's it. There it is. Keep your mains away from Johnny. You a bad man, bro. You was a bad man, boy. You ain't to be trusted.
Oh yeah.
I'm broke. I'm broke and disgusted. It ain't to be trusted. That's all I say
Right?
about that shit, bro. God damn, John. She over there all cheesed up, boy. Like she knows she about to get that splash, boy. Lord have mercy.
He about to get the
Anyway,
business.
yeah, hey, bro. Look, next month we gonna do that. You know, that's if Columbia not open. If Columbia is open, I can't promise nobody nothing. I'm going MIA. You ain't gonna hear from me for 2 weeks. I'm gonna be knee deep in pice of pussy, and I ain't gonna want to be bothered. I'm telling you now. But
Yeah,
if
we definitely
Columbia
have to get it
don't
up,
open,
bro.
huh?
But but Johnny, I'm from Oakland, man, California. We can do the shit.
Absolutely. 100%. We can. 100%.
Yeah. Don't leave me out. Don't forget about OW.
Oh,
Oh
sure,
yeah,
I'll take care of you, bro.
Yeah, bro. I catch that flight out. There's only like $150, $140.
No.
I'll be out there. You know. But with that being said, fellas, any last words? We going on 3 hours. This show has been
damn.
outstanding. We done been around 50 people the whole time we've been here, so we good. You know, we done been over. Well, we actually over 50 right now, but it's been fluctuating. But we had a good people watching us tonight. So if y'all have any parting words before we leave, please, by all means, the floor is yours.
Um. Okay.
Stay tuned for the
Stay
next one.
tuned. Hey, stay real.
All right. My parting words. I want to say thank you for everybody in the chat who came by and spent some time with us tonight and watched the show. Clearly, y'all were entertained. Y'all stuck here with us for a while. I appreciate that. I will be traveling to another country soon, and I will have some more material for y'all to view for your consumption. Also, Johnny will be back as well. And with what I seen tonight, you can pretty much bet on TOW going to Tijuana with Big Boss and Johnnyism. And with that being said, I hope all y'all stay healthy. I hope your families are well. Take precautions. Without your health is your wealth. All these travels and things we talk about are impossible without that. And so, with that being said, I hope y'all have a great night. We probably will do this again sometime in the near future. I'm more than sure Big Boss has more stories to tell, and I'm more than sure Johnny has more adventures to take us with. I lost my words when I saw her, but yeah, the Adventures of Johnnyism. Anyway, at that
Johnny.
rate, this is OW signing out. Y'all have a great night.
Sign
I
out.
will be back with y'all later. Johnny, I'm gonna
Bye.
call you later on, bro, after you get through doing guys work
Bye
over there.
bye.
I ain't gonna bother you right now. You know, hasta la vista and buenas noches, and I'm gonna see y'all later.
Peace.
Deuces.
Adios. Adios, amigas. Peace.